Hi, welcome to the channel. Jay, and this is R2 Cents, where we talk everything boxing, and everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I want to welcome everybody to the Sunday review show. How's everybody doing? Shout out to everybody joining me in the building for the Sunday review show. I'm a little bit late today, but y'all know how it go. I was up late last night with the quote. The GOAT, Claressa T-Rex Shields, which it wasn't a lot of fights this weekend, so we're probably going to spend a lot of time, talking about Claressa T-Rex Shields and this fight, because I think not only was it a monumental moment for Claressa T-Rex Shields and the fact that she is now crossing over into her superstardom, I also think that it was a very big moment for women's boxing. And listen, this is where I think a lot of people are getting me confused, or a lot of people are confused. When I speak about Claressa T-Rex Shields, I'm never talking about her personality. I'm never talking about any of that. I'm talking about her boxing and the things that she's doing for boxing. We talk about boxing, but then it's like the conversation always ends up being about her personality. We're not talking about that. And we're going to review a video today with Sean Zattel and Radio Raheem, because a lot of what I'm saying, people want to disregard it because they think I'm like such a Claressa Shields super fan that I can't be objective, which is not true. I'm always being objective. And it seems like so many people are triggered and so emotional and take things with Claressa so personal that they can't set that aside and just listen to what I'm saying. So I'm not gonna say it today because Radio Raheem and Sean Zattel pretty much saying the same thing that I've been saying, and it's a white man and a black man. So we kind of get the points I'm trying to make from all different dynamics. I'm very objective. Y'all listen to me. And it's like when I don't agree with y'all, it's like y'all be like, oh my God, like as if it discredit every other thing I said. And it doesn't. It doesn't. Because y'all want to keep comparing men's boxing to women's boxing, and we all know you can't do that. People want to keep saying that the women's boxing is trash, but then hold that against an exceptional talent, a generational talent, something we've never ever seen in women's boxing. And that's just the truth. Like, I don't get it. That's just the fucking truth, y'all. What are we talking about? And I'm gonna let a couple of more people pull up in here, you know what I'm saying? But we can go ahead and just real quick talk about the fight results from this weekend. And this is my thing, right? I was going back and forth with Deem earlier. Y'all was here. Who was here at the fight party last night? Put a one in the chat. And everybody was like, that card was so trash. That card was so trash. It was terrible. It was terrible. It was terrible. And I'm like, did y'all watch the card? They had the fat people, the heavyweight people fighting. They had the Ray J Orlando Brown fight, and then they had the Takashi and the Big Lex fight, which I thought that fight was pretty decent. They looked like they actually trained for the fight. They were like two people that just started learning how to fighting, right? But then after that prelim card, you had an actual fight card. You had I think you had two championship fights on the card. They were two women fights. One of them got stopped early. Some people say it was controversial. Then you had Troy Isley fighting. And then you had Claressa fight. So the only point I'm trying to make with that is it was a fucking regular fight fucking card. They had the influencer cards on the prelims. That's the only point I'm trying to make. Y'all acting like it was Ray J, the heavyweights fighting Ray J, Big Lex, and then Claressa Shields fought. No, that shit wasn't even on the zone. You feel me? Like that shit wasn't even on the zone. They had the real fight card on the zone. And to me, in my opinion, the fight card, it was decent. It was the women was scrapping, the 122-pound women, they was in there scrapping. Like, what am I saying? What am I saying that's you can't believe I'm saying that and I'm lying and all of this other shit? What am I saying that's any of that? Either you like the women scrapping on the card or you didn't. I felt like it was all right. Like, I don't get it. The Ray J fight was some bullshit. Then you had the two sumo wrestler dudes fighting. And this is the thing, too, people keep getting upset about me. If you know me and you listen to my content, then you know how I feel about the influencer boxing. So I'm not going to have a problem with it. Y'all know how I feel about that. I like that people can find these little niches in boxing and are able to take advantage of that. Because like I keep saying, there is a market of people that like to watch people fight that don't know how to fucking fight. I've always said that. Go back and check my catalog. So I'm not saying anything different about this Claressa Shields fight because it's Claressa Shields. So y'all stop putting that shit on me. I'm not doing that. I'm saying I'm being consistent. Am I not? Am I not being consistent? But what y'all want me to do is compare it to the men. Y'all want me to be like, oh, she's doing the same thing Shakur. She can't do the same thing Shakur is doing because by y'all own admission, it's not that many women boxers. And the women boxers are not on her level. Y'all can't have the shit both ways, bruh. Y'all can't have it both ways. The reason why she's great is because there is nobody on her level. That's what I'm trying to fucking say. She's going through the same thing Jerron Boots Ennis is going through right now. No matter what he does and who he fight, they're going to keep fucking saying he ain't fought nobody. No matter how many accolades he collect, they're going to keep fucking saying he ain't fought nobody because they're exceptional talents in the sport of boxing. I don't give a fuck about her personal life. I don't care. She's not, she don't need to be a role model to my daughter. I'm a fucking role model to my daughter. I don't look to celebrities to be role models to my kids. I don't do that. I don't think nobody is obligated to be a role model to your own children. I don't know if anybody's ever told y'all that, but nobody's obligated to be fucking role models. They're not. They're just absolutely not. So no, I'm not saying anything different. I like the influencer boxing. I like it. I think it's dope. I think it's cool. I'm glad boxing is a sport where you can come in, find a niche, and find your own lane. If you don't like it, then you don't have to watch it. Y'all act like people putting guns to y'all head, making y'all watch influencer boxing. They not. If you don't like the influencer boxing, then don't watch it. It's just that simple. It's like it's really just that simple. If you didn't want to watch Ray J fight, guess what? You didn't have to watch it because guess what? It wasn't even on the zone. That shit was on Zeus. So if you would have turned the card on when it actually started on the zone, you wouldn't even seen any of that shit. You would have seen a regular fucking fight card, which is what I was talking about. When I said it was a regular fucking fight card. What are we talking about? 19 people in the building. Y'all punch the like and subscribe button. Y'all punch the like and subscribe button. And anytime y'all are being too ridiculous about any fighter, I come out and say something. I don't care if it's Devin. I don't care if it's Shakur. I don't care if it's Terrence Crawford. I don't care who it is. If I feel like it's egregious and it's stupid, I'm gonna come out and say something. Just like I came out and said something about Devin being on Ryan Garcia undercard. I thought that shit was egregious, and they was making a mockery and playing in that man's face. After Ryan Garcia just get accused of cheating and he get a title shot, and you got Devin Haney on his undercard, that shit was out of line to me. But nobody else seemed to have a problem with it. But it was out of line to me, and I said something about it. All things say I didn't know what Zeus was. That's what I'm saying. If you don't know what Zeus is, then that's not you're not the market. You're not the market. And I think some of y'all are not okay with the fact that y'all ain't the market. You're just not the fucking market. It's business. If you're not the market, listen, if I sell pools, am I going to go to people that live in apartment complexes, or am I going to go to people that live in houses? I'm going to go to people that live in houses to try to sell them a pool. Why? Because that is my market. That's my market. So she's created her own lane, and now she has her own market. If she don't appeal to you, if Claressa Shields don't appeal to you, do you know what that means? It means you're not her market. If you like knockouts and you don't like pure boxers, do you know what that means? That means for Shakur Stevenson, Shakur, those people not your market. They're not gonna watch you. They're gonna complain. They're not gonna want to see it. It happens to every fighter, every boxer. It's fine. Nobody has to try to placate to please and satisfy everyone. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm not defending anything. And I'm not saying you can't criticize her. You can criticize her all you want to. But nobody is seeing the craziness, the daily, the every single thing of the criticism is what I'm speaking on. That's it. That's all. And for some reason, it's like people want to take shots at me for that. Right? I don't get it. But let's check out this video with Sean Zattil. Oh, first of all, let's go over the fight results from last night. All things said the place was packed. 16,000 people came. 16,000 people came. And people say, oh, they was giving away tickets. Just because you give away tickets don't mean people going to come, right? All right, here we go. Claressa T-Rex Shields with the TKO round 6 stoppage against K. Scott. We had the super featherweight world title with Bernice Ferreira and Caroline Verreau. Oh, girl got disqualified. Do y'all know disqualifications be like plus 10,000 on the betting odds? Me personally, if y'all saw the fight, put a 1 in the chat. Did y'all think that disqualification was kind of crazy? Because she got disqualified for holding. I'm like, I was watching the fight. I feel like I turned my head away and turned back, and then it was over with. And I was like, damn, what she get disqualified for? Then you had Troy Isley at the middleweight. Troy Isley, he had a decent performance. He just, it's like Troy Isley just missing something. Like, bro, like just step on the gas a little bit. Just step on the gas a little bit. I only wanted Troy Isley to just step on the gas a little bit. I put a little wager up for Troy Isley to stop old dude. I know he don't got no knockouts and nothing like that. But if he would have stepped on the gas a little bit, he would have been able to get old boy. The next featherweight, we have Ashlyn Lozada and Paulette Cuesta. Ashlyn Lozada won by unanimous decision. Now, when I said Claressa Shields had a fucking regular fight card, and they tell me I'm capping or whatever the fuck they were saying, is Bernice Ferreira for the world title, is Troy Isley at middleweight, is Ashley Lozada and Paulette Cuesta at featherweight. Is that not a fucking real fight card? Yes or no? Let me know. Is that a real fight card? I'm gonna wait. Mm-hmm. And yes, I think the fight card was better than the fucking Zuffa fight card. Them girls was scrapping. Them was some decent fights. Were they not decent fights? All things. Were they decent fights? All things. Were they alright? Niggas alright. You know what I'm saying? They was, it was what it was. The zone portion was a real card. But for some reason, the only fights people want to talk about is the influencer fights, as if it was as if it was no regular fights on the card. And then on top of that, you had the two people that was supposed to be on the card that wasn't even able to fight on the card because people didn't make weight. He say, nah, the card was ass, but that's because Mercado fight and Overton fight wasn't on the main card. So Dondrick, it was okay. I said it as right? It was the little ladies was scrapping, it was cool, right? It wasn't nothing to write home about. So you would agree that if those other fights didn't get canceled, which Claressa Shields has no control over, it would have been a much better card. So she had a much better card planned. But some unfortunate events happened, and two of the fights on the card wasn't able to happen. And Danielle Perkins. And Danielle Perkins. That's three fights that would have been on that card that would have made the card an even better card that were not able to happen because it's the business of boxing. People miss weight. People don't make weight. Fights get canceled. Things happen, right? So, Dondry, can you tell me why Claressa Shields is getting so much criticism today about the fight card? And when I hop in the chat and I say it was a regular fucking fight card, I get attacked. Gap 2 Gang say it was better than the Earl Zoo card as a whole. You feel me? So we gotta, and all I'm doing is putting things into perspective because for some reason Claressa Shields is so triggering to people that they can't even think logically. How are we out of water? Like I literally just bought like 4 or 5 gallon jugs of water, and my kids is telling me we out of water. Like y'all not that goddamn thirsty. Anyway, my bad, y'all. You try when you just get stupid shit like, Mom, we're out of water. Like, how? I just bought like 20 gallons of water. What are y'all doing with the water? Hold on, y'all. Let me do this real quick. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Look. Okay, look. Nah, you said Showbiz in the video said dudes was crying in his inbox about Claressa. I might play that video too. Let me see if I can find it. And I think what's starting to happen, Gap Tooth, I think the ridiculousness of it all, I think it's starting to be exposed. So when it all comes out, it's gonna be like, yeah, that shit was kind of crazy. Dondrick say that comes with being a star, black, and controversial. Uh, I agree, but it's really overkill, Dondrick. I'm not listen. People keep acting like I'm acting like people not supposed to say nothing. No, you can say whatever the fuck you want. What the point I'm trying to make is the shit is overkill, right? It's ridiculous. It's the most pettiness shit ever. Like, and I'm not the only person that feel this way. Y'all think I'm just saying this because I'm a Claressa fan. I'm about to play some other people saying the same thing that I'm saying, and maybe y'all will feel more comfortable with them saying it. It's a white man and it's a black man saying it. So we're gonna review this video today for the Sunday review show. Turn that down. All right, here we go. Let's see what Radio Raheem and them got to say.
Scott off a monster left hook. K. Scott not able to recover. The 42-year-old WBC, WBA, former WBC, WBA champion was overwhelmed by the hand speed, the combinations, the slickness. Really was only able to hit the shoulders 99% of the time of the fight, and was outclassed as expected by Claressa Shields, who was a star, who put on a star performance in front of a almost sold out crowd in Atlanta last night. And fighters like Oscar De La Hoya, when they would fight a Patrick Carpentier in front of a boisterous Mexican crowd in Texas, he did similar to what Claressa did. He blew Carpentier out the water. She blew K. Scott out of the water. There's a lot of talk about her level of opposition, the depth of talent around these weight classes. But what is irrefutable is that she is a special fighter who put on a really good, a great performance last night. She had a lot of luminaries ringside.
It's irrefutable that she's a special fighter. That's it. That's it. that's what I be talking about. People want to keep trying to discredit her as a fighter because they don't like her personality. No.
Had Floyd Mayweather and Terrence Crawford sitting ringside next to each other, and I enjoyed it. So what are your thoughts, Raheem?
The build-up to the fight caught my attention, right? We saw different Claressa than we're used to. And it made me wonder, are we about to see a different Claressa in the ring? Like where?
Now, this is where I don't agree with Radio Raheem. I know like her last build-up where her and franchise kind of turned into something, but it wasn't even because of Claressa. It was because their teams kind of got into it. And then after they got into it, it was kind of like all downhill from there. But Claressa is usually very professional in the build-ups to her fights. So I don't know what Radio Raheem's talking about right here.
Where is all the shit talking? Where is the diss?
Punch the like and subscribe button
at the weigh-in. Where's the profanity-laden press conference? Where's all the hood? Where's all that action? It was too sweet. It was too nice. And I hit you up, and I'm like, Sean, what's going on? Like, I don't even know what we're about to get. This Claressa that I'm looking at is not the one we know. What's going on? And you got the laugh of the week, bro. You said she's about to beat her ass. The least you could do is be nice to her.
I said she's 42 years old with 7 fights. She's about to beat the shit out of her. The least you could do is be nice to her, right?
And for as good as Claressa is at selling a fight, and she is, I like that Claressa better. I think that energy brought a better performance. She always has a bit of desperation about her, even when she's confident. I'm not saying that is a lack of confidence, but there's something missing in her confidence that betrays a lack of authenticity to some degree. Like she wants to do this so badly that she has to perform as herself, if that makes sense. She's better when she's nicer. It's more exciting and shocking and entertaining even when you see the contrast. You have to remember, I go a long way back with Claressa Shields. We had an incredible episode on my podcast some 5 or 6 years.
You know, I got to pause it every so often. Y'all make sure y'all punch that like and subscribe button if you're in the building. Be sure to help support the channel by hitting the $sign, Cash App, 2 cents boxing. Or let me know and dropping it below your 2 cents in the super chat. For those of you that don't know or new here, we always have a goal every show to hit 20 super chats, right? I do have expenses. It is not free to run a YouTube channel. So if y'all are enjoying, and that's another way to measure, for me to measure just how good my shows are and my content is is being received, about how many people just actually, take the time and the effort to just support the show. So if you're enjoying the show, be sure to punch the like and subscribe button and also help support the channel. If you're listening to the replay, you can hit that heart with a $sign and just leave the special thanks below letting me know you're enjoying the content.
Years ago now, and we didn't talk almost any boxing. It was about her life, her challenges, her mindset, her family, her road through this gauntlet as a athletic phenom, I think we can say. But it was very, very personal. And the Claressa Shields that I've encountered through the years, early in the career, through the Christina Hammer fight, right into COVID, the boyfriend that came and win, all this stuff. The one that we saw in the build up to this fight was the most authentic or the most recognizable to the woman that I know personally. To me, this is, as much as it's not a fight of equal talent or 50-50 or highly anticipated where nobody knew what was going to happen, this is her crossover fight. This is her threshold fight where she actually fully with both hands grasps being the GOAT. Not just being.
And that is the title of the show. Claressa Shields is crossing over to Superstardom, and that is the point that everybody is missing about last night's event. Yes, she fought a showcase fight. Nobody is denying that. And yes, she went in there and did what was expected and what she was supposed to do. But y'all are missing the point. Y'all are missing the market that she has captured, how she was able to bring women out to the fights. The crowd was full of women, a whole crowd full of women coming to see Claressa Shields fight. The women and the men. 16,000 people there. She had the stars out. She had the whole active squad there. The Mayweather, Terrence Crawford, Shakur Stevenson, Keyshawn Davis. She brought stars out, Usher and Kevin Gates or whoever else was there. This was an event, right? The moment wasn't about the fight. The moment was about the event that she was able to produce as a female fighter headlining the card. That's what that moment was about. It was a showcase fight. It was a fight for her to come back down because she's coming from all the way from heavyweight all the way down to 160. And in this, y'all want her to do what Roy Jones did and not do it the right way? Roy Jones constantly get criticized for going up to heavyweight and coming back down and doing it and how dumb it was. So because she does it a way that she's not going to be putting herself in danger, in high risk, so that she can acclimate to 160 and fight at the weight division everybody been crying for her to fight at. We already know it was a showcase fight. Cool. 16,000 people came to see it. I don't rock with the active squad like that either. But I'm not going to let that affect me being objective and honest and just telling the truth. So because she hang out with, I ain't going to say that. Let me play the video.
In herself, but embodying what she envisioned herself to be. She's got the record deal or whatever. She's got the 8 million. She's got the man she wants. She's sold out her hometown. Now she's outside of her hometown selling out. We're calling that a sellout. Like, you know what I'm saying? That place was packed and rocking. That's ATL. And whoever wasn't in a seat, you can times 100 for Usher being there. You can times another 100. You can times another 200 for Floyd being there. You can give Shakur an extra 50. Like the people that she brought out, the genuine energy. It's not.
And why she only get an extra 50 for Shakur? Why she only get an extra 50 for Shakur, Raheem?
Not like some of these Vegas shows where the celebrities show up so they can be seen on camera. They barely care about the fight. They don't really care, or at least they barely care about the fighter. They just want to be seen at the fight and have their weekend in Vegas. These people came out in ATL, those legends, to support Claressa Shields. And that meant something. And that ain't in her own backyard either. This is her moment. That was what the fight to me demonstrated. Now, if we're going to talk about, in the ring, the moment that this all came to fruition for me was when she laid against those ropes. the round before the knockout, when she laid against those ropes and exchanged, not because she got beaten back to the ropes, not because she had no place else to go, not because she got caught, because she was experienced enough, hungry enough, even at this stage of her career with an opponent like this, who was putting up a fight. She wasn't in there with no lay down Sally. You know, her
Some people
opponent
called her a
did,
glorified soccer mom, Raheem, which I did think was a funny comment.
but she came to play soccer.
Yeah.
She acted like her kids, her little bear cubs, was in the corner, and she came out with everything.
I hate when I be on mute and I just start talking. And that's another thing. When she laid on the ropes and hit him with the shoulder roll, she put on a very good performance. And as she should. But she's looking sharper. We seen Claressa fighting in the pocket. She wasn't moving around and doing all of that. And her knee was injured. But she stood on the ropes and fought on girls with the shoulder roll. Put her in a trap. Put her in a trick bag and mixed her ass up.
She had. That's all she had. And that's all you can ask for a fighter to give. That's all they got. She got that. She gave that. And Claressa backed against those ropes and exchanged. The experience in that was because she knew the girl was feeling confident. She was having success. She was, fighting. And she wanted, to me, that's a bait. That was a, while it only lasted a round because she knocked her out in the next round, to me, that's playing the long game. She baited her in. Yeah, she let her build on that confidence. She exchanged with her. She laid on the rope. She took some shots, nothing clean really, but gave the girl the confidence like, oh, this is working. This is where I want to be in the fight. I'm doing it. So then what we say in boxing, she set the trap and she sprung.
If it's too fast for y'all, put a one in the chat. I'll slow it down. But we gotta hurry up and get through this. But I want y'all to hear this.
On the trap in the next round with 3 towels coming in, which was like that. Somebody's got to get a photo. I hope one of these ringside photographers got the moment where all 3 towels were in the air, hovering over the fighters, because that would be a hell of an iconic shot. That's an Ali level shot. You understand? You don't see that. Is what I mean. It's a moment. I think we have to.
It's a moment, Raheem. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all are missing moments. Y'all gonna be on the wrong side of history with this, bruh. That's all I'm trying to tell y'all. These are moments. And y'all missing it because y'all don't like her personality, because she talk too much, because she like to insert herself and shit. These are moments y'all are missing, bruh. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Y'all are literally watching greatness right now, and y'all don't even know it. Y'all can't even realize it because she bruised a lot of niggas' egos.
Acknowledge that we saw greatness last night. Again, not because the opponent was so difficult, but because of what we saw from the fighter who self-proclaims herself the GOAT and grew into it in Atlanta.
Yeah, I agree. When you said this felt like the fight where she really did cross over, which again is funny to say. And my ears don't bleed, even though we both have always long believed in Claressa. I've called her for a long time now, years and years, a generational American athlete. I liken her to Serena Williams, Simone Biles, where her level of dominance now is transcending her sport. There are people who don't watch boxing, particularly women's boxing, but they know who Claressa Shields is. And this was her 21st world champion.
Why do people keep repeating this to me? How do y'all even know I like Claressa Shields? How do y'all even know I like her personally? How do y'all even know I like Claressa Shields? I'm not trying to get nobody to like her. I don't give a fuck if y'all like her. I don't care who nobody like. You don't have to like her. The point that I'm trying to stress is people are trying to make it seem like she's not who she is as a fighter because they don't like her personality. I don't care if you don't like her. You don't have to like her. I don't like fighters, but I don't lie about their skill and the things that they do. It's not about me liking her. I've go back and check my catalog. I've already talked about all of that. But me telling y'all, people keep repeating she ain't never fought nobody. People repeating that she can't fight, she just windmilling. Like the shit like that. The shit like that, that's the shit that I be talking about. That's what I'm talking about. People obsessed with her, grown ass men obsessed with her personal life every single day. Dondre, that's not her just having to deal with regular because she a superstar and she black. No. That shit is ridiculous. Let's listen to what they got to say.
21. I don't care if you are fighting lay down Sally's. I don't care if you're fighting the Joe Louis Bum of the Month Club. I don't care if there is 42 or 45 women in the heavyweight division that are even world ranked. 21 world championships at some point is just absurd, right? Along with 2 gold medals, not even coming close to losing a fight, hardly losing rounds in your career. So it speaks for itself at some point and overrides any kind of talk of level of competition, at least in my opinion. But when people will say it's a 42-year-old with 7 fights, having lost and drew once before this fight, no knockouts, Teddy Atlas very respectfully said that while still giving her all the praise in the world. And yet, despite that, I agree with you. For whatever reason, the crowd that showed up, the fact that she proved she could do it outside of Detroit and outside of Michigan, the people that were there, and then the performance put forth, she did what a great fighter does when they're in, a really great fighter does when they're in with someone who shouldn't be in there with them. They get them out of there. And that's what she did. And it was even kind of cool how Floyd and Terrence are sitting ringside, like beyond the apron. And then Shakur and Keyshawn and Hitchens are behind the apron. Like, not yet. Not yet. True royalty basks at ringside to watch this with no barriers in front. And you must all work your way up to this level of the kingdom. So that's kind of funny, just that dynamic there. But to the fight, to the skills itself, she's got one of the best jabs. She's got some of the fastest hands in boxing, male or female. She sometimes has gotten wilder.
Claressa Shields has one of the best jabs in boxing. Me and my son, when we do film study, I show him Claressa and her jab. She double, triple, quadruples up her jab. She was backing K Scott up last night with her jab. She come with the triple jab, the double jab. Claressa Shields has a very good jab. Claressa Shields is a very good technical fighter. She really is. She's the best. She's the best. Like that like is nobody better. It's nobody better than her. And I don't know why that's so hard for people to really just accept.
Form as those combinations flow, but she was really sharp last night. And what I love about her shoulder roll, Raheem, and you laid it out perfectly. Fighters sometimes, especially when they're dominant or just want to get something off, they'll let the other fighter feel comfortable, let them touch them a little bit, let them touch them on the elbow, maybe even land a shot here or there that they're not too concerned with. Not just giving the shot away, but giving up their feet and just letting them get in range.
All things. If she's not technical, then what is she? Because she's not getting knockouts. You would think she would have to be exceptionally technical if she don't got power and she's not getting knockouts. How else is she a 21-time world champion in 19 fights, aircraft carrier? Could you explain that to me?
Just to feel comfortable in touch, and that was a trap she was laying, and she did it intentionally. You laid it out perfectly. What I love about her shoulder roll is
sometimes she does smother her shots. Yeah, sometimes she smother her shots, but that don't mean she's not a technical fighter. Sometimes Shakur Stevenson slaps, but that don't mean he's not a technical fighter because he's slapping his punches.
You gotta have your own twist on the shoulder roll. Like, I love Bernard Hopkins' shoulder roll. A lot of people don't talk about Bernard Hopkins' shoulder roll. He did it with a totally different kind of look than Floyd Mayweather. His lead hand would go down to his knee, but he was beautiful behind the shoulder. James Toney had his own version of a shoulder roll. Floyd has his shoulder roll. Shakur's is very similar to Floyd Mayweather's, just in a southpaw stance. But
can y'all explain to me why y'all keep trying to compare Claressa Shields to Bud and Devin and Shakur? Why do y'all keep trying to compare them? It's 2 completely different things, y'all. Y'all keep saying it's no fucking competition in women's boxing. So the only way we can rate you for the most part is by your fucking accomplishments. If it's not a lot of competition, what would be the next thing to rate you on? The accomplishments. Right or wrong, Jason? What are we talking about? It's no problem that Bud is a 3-time undisputed champion. That's fine. But there's a lot of people that he didn't fight. You cannot compare the two. Y'all don't get to have it quadruple, triple ways. You don't get to say it's nobody for her to fight. She's just so much better than everybody. It's no competition. And I say, okay, cool. So she goes around and fights the best people available at the time, obviously, because she's picking up the belts. How else can you judge her? In the men's boxing, it's much more fighters and much more competition, much more political, that there could be fighters that's very good that don't have belts. Or fighters that, you know what I'm saying? It's plenty, you can jump around and maneuver around competitive fights in men's boxing. Like what are we talking about? Somebody told me today women's boxing is fucking trash. So if women's boxing is fucking trash, how can you compare it to the men's boxing? Anyway.
The shoulder roll came around well before Floyd Mayweather, and he would say he perfected it, and he has a right to feel that way for sure. But it's great when fighters do their own twist on it. And I didn't see her trying to do a Floyd Mayweather impersonation with her shoulder roll. And the way she made Kay Scott hit nothing but shoulders, again, much slower, much stiffer, doesn't have the fluidity and the athleticism of Claressa Shields, but it was still beautiful to see. And before I hand it back to you, I do think I got to tell the audience, it's funny. Like Raheem said, I had the joke of the week with the least you could do is be nice to her. Raheem, I got to tell the quote you said that. So we made an episode after the Franchon Cruz DAZN fight, and me and Raheem have talked about international monopolies and governments trying to take over media in the United States and all this stuff about TKO and the sanctioning bodies. We've been critical of some of the best fighters because we like to say the thing. We like to tell the truth and really speak our minds. But there is one episode that we left in the vault, and it was after Claressa Shields beat Franchon Cruz DAZN in February. We gave her a lot of props as always, but we also were like, you know, having little girls in the audience say, whoop that trick, and how Claressa was proud of that. And Raheem had one of my favorite jokes. He goes, it reminded me a little bit of Freaknik. And
why the little girls in the audience can't say whoop that trick? She's a fighter.
Like we just, you know, we wanted to give an honest commentary on the full picture of everything. You know, what was it a little ratchet, you know, and all that. But we said, you know what? We don't want this to be taken the wrong way. We're going to leave this one in the chamber. So it's funny, like Claressa Shields is where we drew the line. We'll talk about Saudi and Israel and TKO and fighters, the best fighters in the world and the sanctioning bodies. But Claressa, we're going to pull that punch just so no one gets the wrong idea of where we are on the side of the fence with Claressa Shields. And I don't know. I think that's funny, Raheem. But last night was a great event, though. It just felt like fun. You know, Mexican people are allowed to have their modelos and their tequila, and fights break out in their crowds too, and they cheer on the Canelos, the Vaquero Navarretes, on and on. White people, they love the UFC, and they go and they wear their MAGA shit, and they cheer for Trump when he shows up. Say, break his fucking ribs, dude, and you know, they do their thing. And so like black people have fun too in Atlanta and turn up, man.
Listen, black people are having fun in Atlanta,
yeah, right,
and turning up. That was the place for the fight. I regret not being there, to be honest. It really.
Now you regret not going, right? Not Radio Raheem regret not going. Now you regret because you seen on TV, you seen it was live, you seen it was popping, and you wish you was there.
You know, is someplace I should have been. Not for the blackness, not even for necessarily the friends of mine who were ringside who I would like to have seen again, but because it was a coronation. It was that moment. And it, I believe, will be regarded as such, if not in the broader landscape of boxing punditry and hopefully the writers, which I do hope that they take another look at just what this night was beyond what was at stake in the ring or the challenge. Remember coming back down to middleweight. Like, yes, again, we acknowledge the level of competition that we're looking at. Nobody on this show is saying she was in there with a beast or somebody who was likely to give her any, if not, or certainly not a lot of trouble. But I have to shout out Scott for giving everything that she did have. And until it was done, it was entertaining. I didn't feel like Claressa was ever in jeopardy, but I was certainly watching the fight with the same excitement and anticipation for what I expected.
Were y'all not entertained? Were y'all not entertained? Yes or no?
Expected to be a knockout, but wasn't quite sure, like with that hematoma on Scott's forehead and her not even being fazed by that, continuing to fight through that. I'm like, man, you know, it's not like Claressa's a knockout artist, you know what I'm saying? So maybe we do see 12 rounds of this. Maybe something crazy happens, or maybe we just get 12 rounds of a really game B-side opponent who is coming to make a statement at the very minimum that she ain't no sucker. You know what I'm saying? I was there for it. If it had gone the whole distance the way those first rounds went, I wouldn't be complaining. With that said, the undercard is atrocious.
So another story I want to share too about Claressa Shields. You mentioned talking to her in the podcast years ago, and Raheem, he had this contentious interview with Sergey Kovalev who didn't feel like women should be boxing, and then eventually, because of Raheem's
Nick Ball and say, I'm a grown man. I was in the crib screaming, whoop that trick, get him, whoop that trick. I'm telling you. Claressa Shields fan low-key like Hanos clan. No evidence, you want to get timed out my chat, bro? Please don't insult my intelligence like that. I hear you, but truth is truth, facts are facts, and a line of reasoning should be consistent, and it doesn't seem consistent depending on the person. Bro, everything has context. You cannot compare Claressa Shields to fucking Terrence Crawford. For one, Terrence Crawford is retired and his career is over. For two, the conditions of the sport are completely different. Like, what? I gotta stop this.
interview, Kathy Duva, who was sympathetic.
It says a lot that y'all want to compare her to Terrence Crawford and them, though.
To a gold medalist like Shields turning professional, she made sure to have Claressa have her pro debut, which was the first fight against Franchon Cruz-Dezurn on the Ward Kovalev 1 undercard at T-Mobile. That's where Claressa made her pro debut, and Raheem actually had a role in that. So I'll share my Claressa Shields story as well, because you said you felt, what is it, Raheem?
Before we, because I know where you're going, and I want to talk about that, but before we get into that, you mentioned us shelving a show around Claressa not wanting to like get into the fray of the ratchetness, and to be fair, how we really felt about that whole last fight buildup. There's a reason for that, and I'm often happy to get into it about how a fighter presents themselves in and outside the ring. I'm not for a lot of the shenanigans that some people are excited by, but the reason that we showed that was not to carry some favor with Claressa Shields personally, but I believe it's because we recognize that she's carrying forward, one of the few people who can carry forward this sport in a way that's important. And we don't want to be misconstrued as piling on things that are somewhat trivial or just needling her for the way she presents herself or how ratchet something might feel to me in the culture when it's working. Like, that's getting attention. She is a self-promoter. She knows what she's doing to get that attention. You can see how much of a pop culture person she is. Now, I can't open my feed without 3 or 4 people commenting on her personal life, her music, her boxing, her hair, her weigh-in outfit. Like, they're all over this chick about everything. And the part about that is,
You hear? Are y'all listening to Radio Raheem? I'm gonna back it up a couple seconds, cause see y'all in the chat talking about other stuff. Listen to what they are saying, cause I've been saying the same thing, but for some reason, I can't be taken seriously what I'm saying, cause I'm a Claressa Shields fan. I don't know, but this is Shanza Taylor, Radio Raheem saying this, not me.
much of a pop culture person she is. Now, I can't open my feed without 3 or 4 people commenting on her personal life, her music, her boxing, her hair, her weigh-in outfit. Like, they're all over this chick about everything. And the part about that is disturbing to me right now is a lot of the boxing media, like the stay home pundits, the guys who really don't go to fights and shit, but they're like on the internet all day, every day, talking, as they should be. I'm happy for them to be in that space. But there's also some kind of momentum around, like, shitting on Claressa Shields. Like, it's the thing to do, and it's what everybody's into right now. That part, I find abhorrent. Anybody can deserve a little needle. You got to keep everybody humble. You can call people on their bullshit. I'm not suggesting she's above any of that. And I know that she has a big personality, and she certainly will push people verbally and talk her shit or pop her shit. But she's also doing that in the guise of promoting her career, promoting the next fight, creating her celebrity bigger. I've just said in the last show that fighters are not about fighting.
I need to turn it up. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can't hear him, because I need to rewind it, because y'all not listening. Are y'all hearing what he's saying? Tell me if it's loud enough. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear. Because this is all I've been trying to tell y'all. And what he's saying is all I've been trying to tell y'all. Nobody's above no criticism. You can talk and say what you want. You can feel and feel how you feel. But it's ridiculous. It's unnatural. Nobody cares about Claressa Shields this much. That's what I'm saying. Like, nobody cares about no fighter this much.
they're about getting money and keeping their name out there. Well, you can't say that about Claressa Shields. I wouldn't be as disappointed in this current generation and the Davis debacle and the Shakur shenanigans if these guys were fighting, or the Tank, outside of his legal issues, the Tank failings, his hiatus, if these guys were about that action. Claressa Shields is about that action. She went from heavyweight back down to middleweight. She is packing that state arena. She is figuring out how to promote herself in a sport, as Floyd said, and I know you wanted to mention this, is dying. I'm not sure what he was referring to, but he was certainly referring to women's boxing in particular. And when she came into the sport, it was withering on the vine globally for sure.
Might even be mentioning the whole sport at large. I'd love to hear his follow-up to that.
Right, he might be talking about the whole sport, but I took it as he was talking about women's boxing in particular, and maybe I don't agree about the whole sport, but I would agree about women's boxing when Claressa came into the fold. The joy with which and the persistent nitpicking, needling, nonstop, what I believe rises to the level of hate that is coming out of a lot of these boxing channels and social media pundit, reels. I think is going to age poorly in the long lens of history. I think
it's going to age poorly. That's what I'm trying to express to y'all. All of this stupid shit that everybody keep talking about is going to look so ridiculous in the future, y'all. Because what are y'all talking about? But that's what Radio Raheem saying it. Let's listen to what else he got to say. Yeah, I know I got to pause, but let's listen to what else he got to say.
It is juvenile and very narrow, and I do think it is hate. Like, she's called herself the GOAT, right? So obviously she patterns herself after Muhammad Ali in her mind. She saw what she believed was the greatest. What did Muhammad Ali say? I said I was the greatest before I knew I was. He put that out front. She did the same in a dying sport, coming from a place where no one expects anything of somebody who starts in Flint with the background and the family that she had, and certainly the personal challenges, to say the least, that she faced as a young woman, abused in the home. It's crazy. Just to get the gold medals, if she never did anything beyond that, that would have been so much more, 1,000 times, 1,000-fold more than anybody would have expected from a woman from that starting place. And then she finds a way to break through, not just with talent and ability, but yes, with persona and aggression and sass and calling out people and talking and popping that shit. That is in the vein of a Muhammad Ali. That is not unlike her hero or who she set her sights on. She called out his, or more, even more than Floyd, though. You know what I mean? Because in this way, she's kind of like on her own out there, in kind of creating a space for herself, which is why I think the starting place matters, right? And at this stage, she's got a mouth. She's definitely can, troll with the best of them at times. She was talking shit to Layla Ali, which before she came around was like, and still is considered like royalty in women's boxing, certainly royalty in the lineage of boxing.
We took her side though.
Yeah,
it's fun on this side.
What y'all think about what he's saying though? I don't see no comments about what Radio Raheem is saying. What y'all think about what he's saying? I'm not saying it. He's saying it.
And now, the amount of focus on any flaw, anything that can be blown up into some major issue around a criticism, they're on it like piranha in a lake. The personal life that she's living around this papoose and her relationship, and yeah, she's put it on Front Street. Yeah, she talks about it all the time. That is certainly something that she makes a part of her profile and her brand, and she, is fully putting him in the spotlight, which is her prerogative to do. But then I'm seeing all these dudes out there talking about, well, he's a married man, and how can you do this and how can you do that, and you're, blah, 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 blah. Why do you don't actually give a fuck? Like, what is this? Like, okay, mention it if you think you need to have a take once, or, maybe this is a slow news week and you want to talk about something that is really relevant that she said, you want to respond to something that happened. Remy Ma does a diss tape. I don't know, when we were in the business of doing like,
she had Alicia Baumgartner and Amanda Serrano in her newest music video.
Yeah. Okay.
So let me, okay. Remy Ma, allegedly, far as I know, got caught cheating in public, and then her and Papoose separated. Why does Remy Ma got Alicia Baumgartner and Amanda Serrano in her music video? Why are my ops teaming up to do a fucking music video? Like, why are y'all doing that? Why are y'all so pressed? I don't understand. And Remy Ma, what's up with you? Like, why is you so like? Why are you bothering me, bro? Your issue not with me. I didn't do nothing to you. So
I can see where you might mention it there, but the persistence, the commitment to, the joy, the voraciousness of the viciousness of her
And the
critics,
engagement you get from it.
and the payoff that you're getting from it. But then I believe the kind of self-righteous, hypocritical, disingenuous virtue signaling about what his marital status is. Clearly, he is virtue, kind of self-righteous
You get from it.
and the payoff that you're getting from it. But then I believe the kind of self-righteous, hypocritical, disingenuous virtue signaling about
self-righteous, hypocritical, disingenuous, virtue signaling. Oh, Raheem, listen, this is what Raheem is saying about y'all, not me. Raheem saying it. What else, Raheem?
what his marital status is. Clearly, he is with her now. And if you want to speculate on why, whatever, it's just like, when did boxing become that? And
there
when
was
did
a
all of
who
these
wore it better controversy over the weekend over her weigh-in outfit and
Yeah.
Alicia Baumgartner. That was a new one too.
I mean, it's women's boxing, but I feel like a lot of our male pundits are starting to become a bit feminine about their analysis. Like,
She didn't rock it like Alicia.
what is this? What is this? Now, listen, you want to
Look
talk
at
about
Sean.
Alicia.
They're funny.
become a bit feminine about their analysis. Like,
She didn't rock it like Alicia.
what is this? What
I gotta clip that.
Listen, you want to talking about
I gotta
Tank
clip that.
and the accusations against him and the things that have happened criminally that are very serious. You want to talk about people in that space, and even that, we're very intentional about waiting until we have enough information, or at least reporting what is in the public view, and maybe giving an opinion. But we don't just tirelessly bang on about that. I don't see these other internet personalities or YouTube channels banging on about that endlessly. This is like a personal relationship shit. And listen, the idea that you guys care so much about all these little fine points of Claressa's, how many people were in seats at what time, what the status of her relationship is with this guy that she's clearly with, who is clearly with her, her hair. I saw somebody post about razor bumps. I'm like, Jesus Christ, well, how far is this going? You want to talk about?
I saw somebody post about razor bumps. Hold on. I ain't see that one, Radio Raheem.
YouTube channels banging on about that endlessly. This is like a personal relationship shit. And, listen, the idea that you guys care so much about all these little fine points of Claressa's, how many people were in seats at what time, what the status of her relationship is with this guy that she's clearly with, who is clearly with her, her hair. I saw somebody post about razor bumps. I'm like, Jesus Christ, well, how far is this going? You want to talk about, listen, I got an uncomfortable truth for you. Muhammad Ali was a womanizer. Okay, like, I don't remember.
Bob Arum said,
Whoa, wait a minute, Radio Raheem, wait a god minute. You said what now? Muhammad Ali wasn't perfect? Oh, we gotta rewind it. Because I thought you had to be perfect to be a superstar. You had to be a role model. What? No, Radio Raheem. Ain't no way Muhammad Ali was not perfect. You got to be a role model to the kids. You got to be an upstanding citizen. You can't be doing nothing wrong. What? Hold on. Let me.
Clearly with, who's clearly with her, her hair. I saw somebody post about razor bumps. I'm like, Jesus Christ, well, how far is this going? You want to talk about, listen, I got an uncomfortable truth for you. Muhammad Ali was a womanizer. Okay, like, I don't remember.
Bob Arum said they had orgies together sometimes before his fights.
I don't remember anybody when Ali was raised talking about the series of extramarital affairs he had. Claressa's ain't the married one. If she wants to be with a guy who is still married on paper, or separating from his wife, or hell, if she wants to be cheating with a guy, the one who's married is the one who really is the onus of the commitment that they are.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait, Radio Raheem. What? No, they told me that it don't work like that, Radio Raheem. When I said the same thing, they jumped down my throat. They told me I was Johnson bouncing, Radio Raheem. Wait. Let me rewind that again. Rewind that one more time.
Bob Arum said they had orgies together sometimes before his fights.
I don't remember anybody when Ali was raised talking about the series of extramarital affairs he had. Clarissa's ain't the married one. If she wants to be with a guy who is still married on paper, separating from his wife, or hell, if she wants to be cheating with a guy, the one who's married is the one who really is the onus of the commitment that they are betraying or has the relationship that they need to define. But in any stretch of the imagination, I have never seen so many boxing pundits so obsessed with somebody's personal life and being so self-righteous about who somebody's sleeping with or what the status of their relationship is or whether or not they think that is right or wrong inside the framework of law. You know, we occasionally have guys that are beating women, that are, you know, raping women, that are seriously offending the very morality of humanity.
Having babies out of wedlock as well, you know, right.
You know what I mean? If you want to bang on in that regard, maybe that's where you need to be focused. But that ain't getting the clicks, is it? That's not going to get a slap on the back from the homies. That's not funny to you. That's going to put you at odds with some of your favorite fighters. That's going to get you some real smoke. So where does your morality really lie? Where is all this virtue signaling and ethic decreeing of who is right and wrong to do what? Where is that really in your character? It's clickbait. It's nonsense. And I think it's
It's clickbait. It's fucking nonsense. Period, point blank. Period, point blank. It's nonsense. It's and then that's the only point I keep trying to make to y'all, but for some reason it's like y'all can't see what I'm talking about. Y'all can't, it's like y'all so triggered and emotional about the situation, y'all can't even recognize what I'm trying to tell y'all.
Service, not only to the people who are like feeding on that, but really it's something that will age very poorly in a long lens of history of who this woman will be to the sport of boxing and in the women's sport in particular.
Well, speaking on things aging poorly, that's where I'll in a second share my story, but quickly also mention, you know, I said to all that tabloid stuff, part of me started to be concerned that it was going to affect her form at some point, become a distraction, a lot of that stuff outside the ring. I said on Sean's show last week, The Porter Way, I said, you know, and what's getting her over the top now as a star is the outside of the ring shit, the tabloid shit. And I was feeling like that's not really my cup of tea. And that's part of what our show in February was going to be about. But I didn't feel good about that. And sometimes telling it like it is, finding that critique, because me and you know the famous quote, journalism is printing something someone doesn't want printed. Everything else is public relations. It makes you want to find the cracks in the armor, not to be a hater, not to be a dick, but to tell the whole truth, okay? And especially when fighters are getting all the praise, it's not that you want to rain on their parade, but what's the thing being said that deserves to be said, that contextualizes the whole picture, that people don't want to say for fear of the fan base, for fear of the fighter, for fear of whatever, access, being liked by the audience, whatever. And we like to pull ourselves up to say that thing, right? So that's part of what that episode was about in February. But then I thought about it and I'm like, there's bigger fucking problems, all right? We had a president previously that looked like he was pooping his pants all the time and had dementia and who's in or influence.
Bro, shitting their pants in the White.
Politicians on both sides of the aisles, builds or her outfits or whatever other bullshit. Let's start from the top. And you're just going to come raining down on Claressa Shields or her outfits or whatever other bullshit, then nah, forget it. I'm not. I got bigger, and I've talked about the bigger issues we got to worry about here. So I try to, but at the same time, right? And then another reason why I think we held it in the can is all those things are being said. It's like you want to sometimes as a journalist, as a content creator, whatever, commentator, critic, you want to bring the full context in the scope of media. But if everybody is saying all those things that you've mentioned, do we really, you know, I want to, it makes me want to double down and accentuate the positive things about her.
And that's all I'm doing. I don't need to come on here and give her the same criticisms that 90% of the internet are already giving her. Because that's not the only thing that's going on. It's not like I can't speak on other things about Claressa Shields. Well, I don't need to do that too. Same thing with Tank. I don't need to come on here and say the same stupid shit everybody else is saying.
Because it's not like she's going without a criticism. It's not like she's one of these fighters that's just being held on a holy mantle And if you attack her, the vengeance of God via their fans are going to come after you. She's probably starting to get there now, but she's polarizing. There are plenty of people criticizing her. So it's not as needed. And it's been more fun celebrating her. And you said a lot of their takes won't age well. Well, I said years ago that she'd be the Serena Williams of boxing. She's a generational American athlete. So I'm on the bus to Canelo versus Liam Smith in September of 2016, right? Funny. I think it was that same weekend that you interviewed Kovalev and he said that thing. It was in Texas at Cowboys, where the Cowboys play, AT&T Stadium. We're going on the bus, and
So they been shitting on Claressa. Whole industry been shitting on Claressa.
There's some eventual Hall of Fame boxing writers on there. I mean, the best of the best, and you guys know their names. I won't out them. And they're sitting and laughing mockingly because Claressa was there that weekend, being introduced off of her second gold medal win. And they're going, they're scoffing. She really thinks she could win a gold medal and all that kind of stuff. Or she really thinks she can make $1 million in boxing. And I immediately, I'm like, yeah, she will. Like, yeah, she totally will. And they're like, there's no interest in women's boxing. There's no money in women's boxing. And I politely, meekly, being well below them in the game, say, well, I think Serena Williams, it's not like people really care that much about women's tennis or I think I said like Michelle Kwan, or, I'm mentioning these more niche sports where women athletes have achieved fame. And I'm like, I think she'll make $1 million because she's just going to be that good and that dominant. And I had yet to even see her personality and her ability to sell fights and talk and all that. I had just seen her spar in some clips in Florida and seen her win the gold medal. And I was like, this girl's going to be the greatest female fighter of all time.
Exactly. There's no way you watch a Claressa Shields fight and just don't see that she's gonna be the best. Nobody's beating her. She's that skillful and polarizing.
Or boxer, at least for you, MMA fans out there want to shout that down. But and they were all to a man, like multiple of them, like just scoffing at it, shooting it down. And I was like, it was just one of those moments you had to go, okay. Like, all right, hey, I tried to like politely tell you what was going to happen. She has now had multiple $1 million purses. And it's okay to admit you're wrong. I've had to do it a lot more than I like to lately, the last 2 years. Like, it sucks, but it's okay to eat a little crow and admit you're wrong. And for the people, some of whom you're kind of getting at, that have all those critiques to say about her, do you? You're helping actually to balance the whole picture. And that's fine with me. But I'm
not saying do you. I'm saying do boxing. If every now and then you feel like you need to sprinkle in something just because really you have some passion about it or you think it really is relevant, okay, sure, fine. You got your show. You were allowed to do that. You're allowed to do what you're doing as well, However,
it's supposed to be a free country. Say what you want.
It looks like you are obsessed with somebody being torn down at your hand. Like you are worse than whatever you're accusing her of being. Because of the nature of your nitpicking, the zeroing in on any minor flaw, any kind of thing that can be framed as a mistake, your absolute nonstop criticism of her personal life, and not really dealing with her professional life. Because on the professional side, you're accusing her of being torn. It looks allowed to do what you're doing as well, However,
it's supposed to be a free country. Say what you want.
It looks like you are obsessed with somebody being torn down at your hand. Like you are worse than whatever you're accusing her of being because of the nature of your nitpicking, the zeroing in on any minor flaw, any kind of thing that can be framed as a mistake, your absolute nonstop criticism of her personal life, and not really dealing with her professional life. Because on the professional side, she's about that action. She's doing some phenomenal things as a fighter. So granted, she's got every right to put her relationship in the spotlight. And if you have
no evidence, why do you keep repeating this? Who's acting like you can't have an opinion on her unless you're glazing her? Who's acting like that? Are you missing the point of what's being said? They're not saying don't criticize. They're saying it's too much. It's overkill. Let me rewind it. No evidence, so you can hear what he said. Listen. I don't understand. Why y'all keep saying that?
Well, However,
it's supposed to be a free country. Say what you want.
It looks like you are obsessed with somebody being torn down at your hand. Like you are worse than whatever you're accusing her of being because of the nature of your nitpicking, the zeroing in on any minor flaw, any kind of thing that can be framed as a mistake, your absolute nonstop criticism of her personal life, and not really dealing with her professional life, because on the professional side, she's about that action. She's doing some phenomenal things as a fighter. So
exactly. And that's what I talk about, the phenomenal things that she's doing as a fighter. But what's the problem with that? I don't need to talk about her personal life to talk about what she's doing as a fighter.
granted, she's got every right to put her relationship in the spotlight. And if you have some criticism about what this guy is doing with his marriage, that she's not married, he's going through a divorce or was cheating or whatever the real situation is, the obsession with that and the moralizing, the virtue signaling, the really disingenuous nature of the coverage is what's disgusting to me, and the hypocrisy, like you just mentioned.
The disingenuous nature and the hypocrisy of the motherfucking coverage.
There's a fighter right out there that you love to death who's just had a child out of wedlock and laughed that off. Muhammad Ali is a womanizer. Nobody wants to bring that up and talk about the series of marriages that he stepped out on. Nobody is interested in most of these fighters' personal lives, even when it rises to the level of criminality. Nobody's really interested in having that conversation. But you want to curb stomp Claressa at every turn? You might be the problem.
Well, and again, I'm all for taking the micro of a fighter's career, an athlete's career, and then going to the macro of geopolitically, culturally, what do these things mean, and having go for it. But all day. But to the boxing, right? I would like to see her fight 3-minute rounds in a 10-round fight, because she has such an extensive toolkit that she flirts and drifts between styles, and she's kind of got to speed those sequences up because it's 2-minute rounds and the round's almost over before you blink. Especially her fights, by the way. I feel like always are going by so quickly. And even though the majority, almost all of them, fight 2-minute rounds, but she a couple times she tightened up and went to the body in a quick high guard. Third round, she dropped both hands, got a little bounce on, and she's able to do whatever she wanted against a totally outgunned opponent. Sometimes shoulder roll, sometimes go to the rope, sometimes triple and quadruple up the jab, and then let the 10-punch combination go. All these girls are overwhelmed by the hand speed, similar to Kate. She's similar to Katie Taylor in that vein. They can press a button and unleash 10 punches, and basically nobody has an answer for it. But I'd like to see 3-minute rounds so she can settle down.
3-minute rounds would be dope. I agree.
And explore her toolkit deeper. And I already know the fights I want to see from her now going forward. Michaela Mayer has to fight Chantel Cameron. If Mayer beats her, Mayer was always a super tall, super featherweight. She is having a lot of success in the higher weight classes. She is a future Hall of Famer. She is one of the defining fighters in female boxing history. They have a lot of history together. And Michaela is actually one of the best action fighters, male or female, of the last 10 years. She's always in a good fight, whether it was the Sandy Ryan fights, Iwa Brodnicka, Maiva Hamadouche, the Alicia Bumgardner fight. Natasha Jonas is usually a sometimes dull southpaw. She made that entertaining. The Chantel Cameron fight's going to be a banger. They have history as Olympic teammates. They've even had some resentment when Claressa was like, I've known you over 10 years. We have matching Olympic tattoos. We were teammates. I've known.
All right. Shout out to Sean Zattel and Radio Raheem. I want to play that. Give y'all a different perspective of the same shit that I've been saying. Because, I know it's like, oh, you just saying it because you're a fan, but I'm really being objective and just being like, I'm being honest with y'all. It's overkill what's happening. Like, it really is. And that's the only point I'm trying to make. I'm not saying don't criticize. I've never said that. I've never said she can't be criticized. She shouldn't be criticized. I never said nothing. I said the focus, just like Radio Raheem said, on every little thing she does. Like he said, it's a lot of virtue signaling and it's disingenuous. Like, let's check out this Showbiz video. Showbiz made a video this morning about it. He don't understand it either. He like it's getting wild. And I think now people are finally starting to see what I've been saying. Y'all know I always ahead of the curve. Like, y'all know I always be ahead of the curve. Y'all always sit in my comments and try to act like what I'm saying is crazy. And then when it ain't crazy no more, y'all like, oh, what you said you did say. We go through this time after time after time after time after time again, don't we, Aircraft Carrier? Let's see what Showbiz talking about.
Listen, this time I'm giving one of y'all 50 stacks.
I'll have whatever the old man have me.
$50,000. You guys know I gave West. I'm giving. No, I ain't. Hey, no bull jive. Listen, dog. Claressa got y'all men looking crazy. Hey, man. Claressa got y'all men looking crazy. I'm not, listen, bro. I got the DMs from you guys. And Claressa got y'all men looking crazy as hell. And I mean, not the women. See, women and how they feel about Claressa or whatever, I get that because you got to market differently towards women. Hell, I'm definitely not mad at Remy Ma. I got Alicia Baumgartner and Amanda Serrano. Hell no, hit the Tyson bell because they got personal run-ins with Claressa. I hate when you run your mouth. They got personal. I get that. All right. And even still, y'all got Claressa looking like y'all see the new Doomsday trailer. Y'all got Claressa looking like damn Dr. Doom out here, man. And all my guys, bro, all you fellas DMing me about, hey, you see Pap got Claressa's name tattooed on his arm. Hey, listen, bro, I can give a damn. I only care about these hands, bro. Y'all talking about tattooed arms. I'm talking about these hands. Claressa got y'all going crazy. Listen, I can give a damn if Pat Poose had Claressa's ass tattooed on his forehead. I really wouldn't give a shit. That's his.
The dudes is really talking. The dudes is really hitting up showbiz about Papoose getting a Claressa tattoo. Then y'all really gossiping like that? Y'all really gossiping like that? Oh man, y'all love Claressa.
Damn forehead, okay? I'm talking about these damn hands. And speaking of asses on foreheads, you see K Knot. Now, speaking of knots, Claressa, you not right. It looked like K Scott had a coupon of buy 2 implants, get 1 free. And she said, hell, just put it on my forehead. She had a OnlyFans sponsored breast on her forehead. It's like, damn, K Scott, you all right? Not really. And then Claressa rocked her with this left hook, giving her Bambi legs. And I thought the fight was over. But K Scott said, not yet. There's so much to say in this morning after on breaking down the fight, and I wish I would have called it live. But Claressa, to me, has been making huge improvements. I think she took a step back her last fight against Cruz, and I was like, I was a little disappointed with Claressa's performance there. But other than that, lately, she's been making huge improvements. When I saw Claressa step out there in this fight and was just chilling, she was just standing there and chilling, not a bunch of sloppy as, combinations. I mean, she did that a few times. It was getting caught by a left hook from K Scott. K Scott
Hands is fast.
Was swinging that left hook and was kind of catching Claressa a little bit. But Claressa stood right there, right in front of her, very calm, and was just hitting her with some great shots. And I'm like, listen, Carissa's going to knock her out. When Claressa just throwing flurries, she'll start slapping. But when Claressa is really like there to set you up, she can land some shit. And that's the Claressa Shields we need. I mean, rocked her with that left hook and went to finish, but, Scott had Bambi legs and like just delayed for. I said, that is trauma. I thought they were going to call the fight, but they let it keep going. And then the corner grabbed every damn towel.
Look at all them towels they threw in the ring. They threw about 4 towels in the ring. God, dog.
The corner grabbed every towel. They threw every towel out there. They can give a damn. They were grabbing towels off of cocktail tables and shit. They threw every damn thing in the ring. That shit looked like confetti. And I get it because that was like a panicked ass situation. And I know Claressa Shields whooping K Scott isn't like her whooping the greatest boxer ever. I mean, K Scott was a 30-1 underdog. But to me, Claressa Shields, her career reminds me of Roy Jones Jr. a lot. It really does, right? Roy Jones Jr. was the best fighter in the world. He was. And he just ran out of ops. I mean, really, he was just at the wrong weight class at that time. And it got to the point where he was just looking for ways to challenge himself. So he goes up to heavyweight and then he comes right back down. He tried to do something that has never been done ever, and he succeeded. No, a middleweight hasn't gone up to heavyweight in 100 years, and then to come back down and regain the light heavyweight title, no one has ever done that. So Roy Jones Jr. was really trying to make history. He was just trying to find ways.
Man, she wobbled her with that shot. She wobbled her.
To challenge himself. And really, to me, that's Claressa Shields. Claressa Shields, she done whooped everybody. She done cleared out everybody. And she's just in an era where in her division, there's really no one there to really contest her. So she has to find ways to challenge herself. That reminds me of Roy Jones Jr. a lot. Now, when it comes to Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano, you know, that's like the Floyd Mayweather thing. They're in the right division to have the ops to really do great shit. Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano fighting each other. You get what I'm saying? Like Alicia Baumgardner is there. So they could actually put together a crazy historic resume, right? Of and have these.
While Alicia Baumgardner and Amanda Serrano is teaming up with Remy Ma to do a music video, why they not fighting each other? Why they not fighting each other? Why are they taunting Claressa Shields? She's way too big for y'all. Y'all are small as hell. Why are y'all not fighting each other?
Ops that Claressa Shields just cannot find. Carissa's in a crazy spot because she's a big woman and she's a fantastic athlete with a lot of speed, a lot of experience, great skills, amateur background, and all those things. She just really has it all. But, you know, her arms on D's and there's no one to rumble with. So that's not really Claressa Shields' fault. But I like the fact that she is pushing herself to try to just challenge herself and accomplish different things, which is why I like what she said in the post-fight interview.
I came out here to show why I'm pound number one.
All right, so Lauren Price, is that the fight that you want next?
Yes, if I can get it in between December and January. If not, I would love to fight against Michaela or Cam Tebow. She got the rest of 3 belts. She only had that many fights in the professionals, but she got belts. It's not my fault this girl don't have the experience that I have. But hey, she got a belt that I know belongs to me, and that's the ring belt.
So while you guys are talking about fashion and weave, and all my guys out here talking about papoose and girl, and I don't know what's up with the guys today. I'm excited that there's more fights.
He said, I don't know what's up with the guys today. Claressa got folks acting outside of themselves.
For Claressa,
y'all.
and she has other challenges and other
That shit
goals that
crazy.
she's trying to reach. So go ahead, girl. Hit the Tyson bell. All right. Go ahead, Claressa. Also, like I said, she brought the stars out, and a lot of GOATs were out there for the quote. Sugar Shane Mosley, Floyd Mayweather for sure, Terrence Bud Crow. I mean, that was just fantastic support. But listen, bro, all you guys out here hit my DMs and on X and talking about just what are we talking about? Listen, bro, when you come to the war room, we talking about them hands. Y'all can talk about weaves and fashion and relationships somewhere else, bro.
Hey, he say they hitting his inbox talking about the weaves and the fashion and outfits. He said he don't know what's gotten into the men. He said he don't know what's gotten into the men. You got grown men DMing showbiz about Claressa's hair and her outfits. Wow. That says so. Yeah, like y'all don't even really know what they really say though. You feel me? Like y'all not even understanding what that is really saying. You have grown men. You have grown DMing showbiz about Claressa's hair and her outfits, y'all. That's amazing. That's really amazing. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. That's really amazing. That's amazing. That's amazing. I don't even know what else to say about it. I dropped the link. Y'all come on up here. That's just amazing. That's not amazing? That grown men are taking their time out of their day to message another grown man about another woman's hair and her outfit? Wow. Wow. It's so much so, it was so many people apparently DMing showbiz on 2 platforms. He said X, Instagram, about Claressa Shields' hair and her outfit, that he had to come and make a whole video about it. What? Why? That shit crazy. gonna be able to play that. They got too much music. I guess that's us celebrating post-fight. The GOAT, Claressa T-Rex Shields. I dropped a link. Let's take a look at the schedule for the upcoming fights that's gonna be coming up. Where are we at? Next weekend will be the 21st. We're gonna have Serrano versus Mansour. August 22nd, we're gonna have Rolly Romero versus Teofimo Lopez. All coming up next weekend. Those are the fights that we got to look forward to. Here's the rest of the schedule for the remainder of the next couple of weeks. I realize I don't gotta update this like every week. I was updating it every week. I could just leave it, you know what I'm saying? There go the rest of the fights coming up, scrolling across the screen. Y'all can take a look at that. Let me see if we're going to. See if Fight Hype got any new videos up we could review. They got the video up. Nah, they ain't got nothing up. Fight Hype be slipping, man. What's up, Fight Hype? Let's see what he talking about.
Keyshawn, what you think?
Hell of a fight. Great fight.
Yeah?
Congratulations, both, man. You the greatest, man.
Expect her to get the knockout?
Hell yeah, man. You
Yeah?
look great, man.
How about the atmosphere?
Keyshawn look high. Well, look high as hell. Keyshawn look zooted.
Here, was it off the charts?
Bro, hella celebrities. The atmosphere, man. The crowd was doing sing-alongs.
Crazy. Crazy. That's you next, right? We got to get you to the spot.
Yes, sir. God willing. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what's up. Keyshawn, what you think?
Hell of a fight. Great fight.
Yeah?
Okay. Keyshawn giving us a little bit about the fight. He look a little salty though. Maybe he just too zooted. I think we watched Ali's video. They got the whole crowd. Look at the crowd yelling, "Whoop that trick!" Look at all them tiles that flew in the ring. That shit look crazy. That shit look crazy. They have to have a shot of all those tiles. If they have a picture, I want a picture. I want a poster of all those tiles flying in the ring, and I'm gonna put it on my wall. Absolutely, I have to find that picture because I want that poster put on my wall of all those tiles flying in the doggone ring. That's a dope picture. That's a dope picture. But shout out to Claressa T-Rex Shields. Rolly, T.O. coming up. What's y'all 2 cents about the fight? Who y'all got in that fight? Who y'all got in that fight? Rolly, T.O. What is that fight looking like for y'all? Shout out to the GOAT, Claressa T-Rex Shields. I can't wait for her next fight. I can't wait for the build-up. I look forward to it all. She has now made her fights an event and something to look forward to. And like I was saying last night, like with the build-up and the hair, the makeup, the outfits, all of that shit takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of effort on top of, I still have to practice. She's working out 3-4 times a day, and then she got to get hair, makeup done, put on clothes, be cute, and do all this extra shit. Like, that's not easy. It takes a lot of effort to do. And she had a very entertaining fight week. She sold the fight. She had a great media workout, very entertaining. So it is what it is. Somebody say I got T.O. by UD84 Fashion. T.O. is that like y'all think T.O. finna just box like that? I got Rolly and I got Rolly as number one at 147. But see, got 2 games. Rolly in the interview talking about he gonna walk down T.O. Like if you're gonna, that's the style. That's what T.O. wants you to do. Why would you walk down T.O.? You get what I'm saying? So it's like they both been tripping to me. T.O. been tripping. He on the internet arguing with his daddy in the interview. He trying to say one thing, his daddy deflecting and ignoring him, not trying to hear what T.O. got to say. And I keep saying, I think once T.O. get a new trainer and that's not his father, he will be okay. I think T.O. wants his father to be his father. So if you want your father to be your father, T.O., just get you a new trainer. I don't know why you won't get you a new trainer. It seems like that'll solve so many of your so many of the challenges that you have if you just get a new trainer, in my opinion. And Rolly just being weird and just, I don't know. It's like they're both being weird. I want to say I picked Rolly to win the fight. But Rolly, like I don't know. When Rolly said, I'm going to walk T.O. down, I'm like, why would you do that? So you want to lose? Like, what do you mean you're going to walk T.O. down? T.O.'s good at fighting off the back foot. But he do got the power and the twitchiness to catch T.O. I thought he was like a lot bigger than T.O. He still might be bigger than T.O. Cause Rolly's like, he's a big guy. I seen him in that Ryan fight. Like Rolly not little for real. Rolly's not little for real. Hopefully her next opponent doesn't have a handicap plate. I mean, Timmy, like what other women boxers do you watch, Timmy? What other women fighters do you watch and that you are familiar with their resumes, Timmy? Amanda Serrano got 54 fights and only fought 3 undefeated fighters. See what I'm saying? They so saying, why are you saying stupid shit like this? How does T.O. deserve you? Like, what are you talking about, Rolly? It's like, what are y'all about to be in there doing? You know what I'm saying? T.O. being weird. I'm telling you, aircraft carrier. If so many people are DMing Showbiz on 2 different platforms about Claressa Shields, about her hair, and her makeup, she's crossed over. And it's exactly what I said. That fight last night was her crossover into Superstardom. How you not a superstar when grown ass men is DMing other grown ass men about your hair and your makeup? How you not a superstar? How you not a superstar? Man, I don't know, bro. They acting like weird. Rolly wasn't acting like that for the Ryan fight. He was telling Ryan, I'm about to beat your ass. I know you better than you know yourself. I think Rolly should win though, for real. T.O. coming to 47. This is his first fight at 47. I don't think T.O. gonna have no power at 47. He really ain't had no power at 40. He had all his power at 35. So I don't know how you gonna go up to 47 and get power because he ain't had no power at 40. He ain't stopped nobody. He got punched on by Claggett. He beat a slow, drained, washed up Josh Taylor. Loma was his best performance, and he's literally been on the decline ever since the Loma fight. And I said that well before he fought Shakur Stevenson. But we'll see. I mean, he said he's been working. And this is another thing I heard him say on the AB stream. He's been training since the Shakur fight. And he was talking about how he ain't had no energy and he was tired and he couldn't do this. And that's because he's been overtraining. So he's been overtraining and Rolly coming off a long layoff. How am I supposed to pick a winner in this fight? It's, you know what I'm saying? It's too much. I don't know. I'm not gonna be able to give y'all a definitive one. I can't. I just can't. I just can't for this one. I want to say Rolly though. Mr. Moss say we talking superstar in ring or outside of ring. I can't lie. She had a great crowd last night in Atlanta. That shit was popping. I know the after parties was lit. I'm telling y'all what, I will be going to the next Claressa Shields fight. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there for sure. It's an event now. It's gonna be the thing to do. If you ain't going to the Shields fight, what you doing? If you're not going to the Claressa Shields fight, what you doing? You see what I'm saying, Mr. Moss? I'm torn between Rolly and T.O. If Rolly wasn't acting so weird, I'd be like, all right, for sure, I got Rolly. But he's saying some crazy stuff, like you're gonna fight in a style that's favorable to T.O. And you talking about if you lose your belt to T.O. because he deserved it. Says T.O. deserve it for what? T.O. deserve no fucking belt? For what? What has T.O. been doing to deserve your belt? Rolly? What are you talking about? She says she gonna stay at 160 to fight the Tam girl that just got the other belts. And I think that'll make her undisputed again at 160. Or she gonna fight Michaela Mayer. Those are the two people she called out at the end of her fight. And people still want her to go. They're like, oh, you can make 160, go down another 13 pounds. What? She's at 160. Like, what? You want her to go down even more? Like, what weight? Idealistically, I keep asking people this, but nobody ever answered. What weight does Claressa Shields need to go to quote unquote get these fights that she's not fighting? What weight? She said her team advised her not to go lower than 160. No matter, Bill. I'm waiting for the answer. And then y'all like, oh, she went up to heavyweight, and then she pulled people up to heavyweight. She's not a heavyweight either. She pulled herself up to heavyweight too. Like what? What? Act like she's a heavyweight. She's not that either. So because making 160 was easy means that she can go down another 13 pounds, so Stan? Can you kind of clarify what you're saying? So because she said making 160 was easy, you believe that means she can go down another 13 pounds? I don't get it. She's already said 160 is the lowest she's going. I don't. And then y'all are crucifying her for that. I don't understand, guys. I'm really not getting it. Mr. Moss says it's a lot to ask her to keep dropping weight. Come on, guys. Mr. Moss, I be trying to be reasonable and explain these things, but for some reason they don't want to listen. They think I'm being some type of super fan or something. I'm not. This is common sense and logic, guys. She's at 160. And because she said she can make 160 easy, you want her to go to 147 now? Like, what? Once she go down, they going to say go down some more. Because you could never satisfy boxing fans. Boxing fans are the most disgusting fans. Sometimes I regret being of a damn aircraft. Say, I saw Boogie and Crawford chatting that fight. I know a lot of babies was made last night. Wow. Crawford was asleep at Shakur fight. I don't care what weight she fight at. It's her life. I'm just shedding light on what she said. Yeah, she said she made 160 easy. But I'm asking, what did you mean by that? That's what I'm asking. She said she made 160 easy, but what was kind of like, what was your point with that? With bringing that up? They would never ask male fighters to do this shit. Y'all gotta be consistent. She can't go lower than 160. She said it Friday. I honestly don't think she should have to drop weight to get a big fight. She's the name. They should move up to fight her. I agree. But she has to put herself at the disadvantage. She has to overpay people and take less money. I listen, I'm not a fan of the take less money and make all these concessions to make a big fight. Me personally, I don't agree with that. I didn't agree with that shit Earl Spence did. I was like, forget it. Just go up to 154. Don't fight him. I don't agree with Jerron Bruce Ennis doing it. And listen, if y'all gonna try to make me pay a beat your ass tax to fight you, then we just not gonna fight. I'm not a fan of that. But that's my 2 cents. Like that's my preference. If you want me to do all this extra concessions and you want to try to play with me and extort me for my belts, we just not gonna fight. The fans just gonna have to be mad. That's my stance on that. So no, I don't believe in putting yourself at the disadvantage, taking the less money. Me personally, I'm not a fan of that. Either you gonna fight me and these the conditions, or we just not gonna fight. Rick Tim says 198 to 160 is epic. Let me see her obese ass hating women do the same. Wow, Rick Tim, damn. The obese women caught a stray. Is it extortion when they do it to Devin? Jason, ain't nobody doing nothing to Devin, bro. Nobody's doing anything to Devin. Cut it out. If anything, Devin is the one doing the extorting. We're not gonna talk about that though. We're not talking about Devin right now. We're talking about Claressa. She said she was working out 4 times a day. Couldn't wait, eating right. Like y'all gotta appreciate the work. Y'all not appreciating the work. I'm not saying you can't criticize them. See if they got some more video. Let's check X, y'all. Let's see what X talking about. Oh, I hop off of here. Got a few more minutes left. If anybody want to hop up, Rick Tim to go to the link if you got some. You want to hop up and give your 2 cents. I told y'all Claressa fans starting to sound Hano-ish. What about what I said sounds Hano-ish? No evidence. Could you tell me exactly what I said that's making you feel that way? I'm just asking. Waiting on. Devin fans make him look even worse than he does with that soft ass crying like he's a victim of anything. Who said I was talking? Oh, well, I mean, I'm talking about it, so I just assumed that you was talking about me because you said Claressa fan starting. So I'm the Claressa fan that's talking about Claressa. Well, I mean, but still, I still got the same question. Like, what are they saying that make you what are they saying that make it feel like Hano-ish? Even if you're not talking about me, just in general, like what are they saying? Just in general. I don't know what Adrian Broner got going on. He is tripping. Then they was talking about how everybody was talking about them Alicia Baumgartner outfit, who wore it better than men. Like that shit is funny. But it's all listen, y'all don't understand. Competition is good for women's boxing. Competition is good for women's boxing. The more beef they having, the more back and forth they having, like it's good for women's boxing. Competition is great. Competition drives business. Um, Robert Garcia is talking about real quick. Oh, I see what you're saying. No evidence. 2 cents. I plan on going to her next fight as well. Me and my wife. Wonder what venue will occupy. Maybe New York. If it's in New York, I'm not going. Yeah, I don't do New York. I catch the next one. I have no desire to go to New York. Like something in my soul just tells me to stay out of New York. I don't know why. I have no desire to go to New York. So if she fight in New York, I'm not going. I can tell you that right now. It's what I do. I got a show. No evidence. I got a show I'm running. I'm picking the comments and going back and forth. That's what I'm doing. I do this every show. All right, I ain't gonna pick your comments no more then. I see people don't like when I pick out their comments. I need to find out who comments I could pick. I said most are older and overweight, and they are the profile pics I see most as bad built older hoes hating on this younger fit pro athlete. I'm speaking on what I see. Saying, nah, all that weak shit ain't necessary to sell a fight. How much more drama I need if I'm already about to beat your ass? Why are you scared of New York? Yeah, I ain't scared. I just don't feel like that's a place I need to be. I don't know why. So I'm just gonna follow that intuition and I ain't going to no New York. No evidence, 2 Cent running her show great. We enjoy this. No, it's cool. Jason Williams, I call you out all the time. When you here, where you been at? Jason, me and Jason be going back and forth in the comments, on other people pages, on other people comment sections. Some of y'all I just like to be picking it going back and forth with, because we cool. Or I think that. Them rats in New York the size of pit bulls. I definitely can't do that. New York is a nasty place, 2 Cents. You are exactly right for not wanting to be there. I mean, I know it's the Big Apple and all of that in Times Square, but my son went to New York. He called me. He said he hated it. He said it stinks. It's disgusting. It's nasty. He hated New York. I was like, I don't want to go to New York now. New York is full speed ahead. The people be walking fast as fuck out there. See, I actually been listening and working, but I be tuned in way more than you think. Oh, okay. Shout out, Jason. I know you probably can't comment all the time. I know you can't comment all the time. But y'all will see me popping in people's comment sections every now and then, just fucking around. You say 2 cents, you can't bring your hammer to New York. That's 5 years off the rip. See, I ain't my husband talking about, see, that's the problem. I don't want to go nowhere where I can't protect myself. You feel me? Like what hell no. I don't want to go nowhere where the only people with guns are the criminals. Police. And the police. No. Oh, you got active risk me anytime I want. All right, I'm about to drop the link. Don't nobody come up here. I'm about to get off here. What's up, Kadir? I mean, I hopped on the internet, boom. As soon as I hopped in, first live I hopped in, it was hating on Shields already. Like, God damn. Y'all ain't enjoy that event y'all witnessed last night? You ain't never seen nothing like that in women's boxing, bro.
Right there. What are your thoughts on that one?
Look, the fight we're pushing for is Boots. And in this situation, because in other situations like Fundora is a big name also, a big fight. But if you're fighting Josh Kelly, who just fought and got a huge cut in his nose, it's huge. That cut is not going to heal by November or December. That boy needs to fight till next year. But if they get him approved, doctors approve it that he's ready to fight and this and that, it's because they're kind of forcing him. And Kelly's also gonna make the biggest fight of his career. He could lose to anybody else for a lot less money, so he's gonna take it. He's gonna take that risk and take that fight. But Boots versus Virgil is 10 times bigger.
Yeah.
10 times bigger. So if Boots really wants to prove to the world that he's the best 154, he needs to fight Virgil. And that's the fight we want next.
Is Robert Garcia playing with me? Did Robert Garcia do this interview and be like, let me fuck with 2 cents today? I don't understand why they keep saying if Boots wants to, he would. He's already done everything to fight y'all. Y'all are the ones that keep running away from the fight. If Boots wants to fight Josh Kelly next, so what? He wants to go get the belt, Robert. Virgil can easily go get the Fundora fight by petitioning for it, or however that shit go. I don't understand. And Boots agreed to less money. He agreed to not wear colorful gloves. He agreed to shave his beard, and he agreed to be the B-side. He's already done everything he could possibly do to try to get the fight, and he didn't get it. So he's moved on. I don't know why y'all acting like some stalkers. He's moved on from y'all. And now y'all want to sit around and cry and play victim as if he owes y'all something, or he should be jumping and trying to make a fight with you for like a third time. Once we go through what listen. Let me tell you something I tell my sons, right? Once a woman calls the police on you, the relationship is over. We're done. Because you damn near trying to put my life in danger, especially if you didn't need to, right? If I'm not doing anything that warrants you to call the police, you just in your feelings and you calling the police on me. Once you went to mock litigation and we didn't fight, once you took this shit to court, we're done. If I spin the block, I spin the block. But you wait for me, Virgil. You wait for me. I'm the guy. I'm not, listen, I don't care how big the fight was going to be big when you walked away from it. The fight was going to be big when you walked away from it. The fight was going to be big then. But now all of a sudden it's going to be much bigger than man, I don't want to hear none of that. Like, if I was Boots, I'd tell Virgil, leave me alone. I would talk real bad to Virgil if I was Boots. I'd talk real bad to Virgil. I talk so bad about and to Virgil, and people will be mad at me because why does Virgil get away with this? This is the most egregious ducking we've seen since when? Can y'all, everybody just sitting around and let Virgil just sit back and lie and cap on these interviews? This is the most egregious ducking we've seen since when? And people stay sitting back talking about Boots should be trying to fight Virgil. The most egregious ducking, 47. He said he need 48 months to fight him. 54. Y'all make this sham. Oh, I want to try to fight you, play all these games so you can attach your name to Boots. Boots try to fight you. Oh, I need a tune-up. I'm coming off the hand surgery. Boo try to fight you. Oh, is this excuse? Why do y'all keep overlooking that all of those things happen? Because it's Virgil? How does Virgil get away with this? How? And then when we talk about it, but somehow the onus is on Boots to make the fight. That's the issue I'm having. The problem I'm having is people are acting like the onus is on Boots to make the fight. He already made the fight. Y'all walked away from it. You took the shit to court. We are done. Once you go to court, you had a restraining order against me. Virgil, you got a restraining order, bro.
We don't need no tune-up fight. We don't want no stay busy fight, comeback fight. No, that's the fight we want.
If
not, we're not gonna wait for him.
I was saying, if not, and you don't wait for him, who then is on the hit list, so to speak?
Look, I could say Fundora. We could force the WBC to mandate, because we're the interim champions. After Fundora's next fight, we could force the WBC to mandate that fight, and if that was to happen, then that would be beautiful. But guess what? A unification for undisputed beats the mandatory. So if Boots beats Cali and Fundora wins his next fight, they're probably gonna go for undisputed. So they're gonna leave us out.
Man, shut your Robert Garcia. No. You're not even trying, Robert. You're not even trying to get the fight. You sitting here. Hold on. Let me calm down. Robert Garcia, you can force the fight. You just said it. And you talking about, oh, well, if this happened, this happened, they're probably gonna. How about you put some effort and try to make the fight? You're not trying to do nothing. You just sitting back, let everything play out, acting like you a victim when you're not. Petition to get the fight in and see what happens. Boots might be like, yeah, he might tell Virgil and Fundora to fight each other. Yeah, y'all fight each other to see which one of y'all gonna fight me. Why wouldn't they do that, Robert? You capping, bro. You capping, Robert.
Again, Fundora is gonna go for undisputed rather than go against Virgil.
Yeah.
So 100% is they're forcing us to just wait at least another year. We're not gonna do that.
Is there thoughts maybe moving up, go to 160?
Why not?
Who would you want to fight at 160?
What's his name? Tim Tszyu.
Did I not just tell y'all the other day? I gotta find the clip. The last interview, that interview I reviewed with Virgil Ortiz. Did I not tell y'all he about to run the 160? I told y'all he was about to run the 160. I said, soon as I watched that interview and I seen how he was talking, what I say? I paused it and I said, he's about to run to 160. He got no intentions fighting Boots. None.
Tim Tszyu? Okay.
He just had a great win, good performance.
Tim motherfucking Tszyu. He about to go fight Tim Tszyu, y'all. He about to go fight Tim Tszyu. Y'all think he trying to fight Fundoras and Boots, but he talking about going to fight Tim Tszyu? He not even going to go fight a champion, go fight a lord. He not even going to fight a champion in one. He finna go fight Tim Tszyu. And you think he trying to fight Boots or Fundora? He's obviously not. And when Boots was in the ring and they got out the ring, who did he say his dream fight was? Earl the True Spence Jr. He has not been trying to fight Boots. We're not going to fall for this. We're not going to let y'all get away with this. We're going to point it out, and we're going to bring attention to all the capping and all this BS that Virgil is getting away with. And for some reason, Boots is the one accountable now for making the fight. No, he's not. He has no account, no duty, or none of that to make this fight. In my 2 cents, this is my 2 cents. Virgil got no plans on doing shit at 154 pounds, obviously. It ain't no other people for you to fight at 154 pounds, Virgil. So because Fundora and because how you know that one of them won't fight you after the undisputed and you will be next to fight for the undisputed? What you mean you're not gonna wait a year? You ain't been at 154 pounds that long. You only running up out of the division because it's too much smoke. Let's be for real, Virgil. You're not fooling nobody. You're not having no trouble making no weight at 154. You're fine there. You're just running from the smoke. That's what's happening. And if that's what you want to do, fine. I don't listen. If you want to go to 160 and you don't want to fight in 154, I don't have no trouble with that. The challenge I'm having is that you want to act like the onus is on Boots to fight you, and it's not. He's already did what he needed to do to fight you, and you got a restraining order. Aircraft carrier say 2 cents. You're real good. What am I real good at? Y'all gotta be specific. How I'm real good at what? I don't know what that means. Robert Pitt say, "Are you talking about me? You talking to me or you talking to somebody in the chat? Maybe I need to start clarifying before I start jumping on comments. You talking to me or somebody in the chat, Robert Pitts? Could they say all these guys doing the same plays? He says Aircraft, if Virgil wanted to fight Boots, that fight would have happened a while ago. He obviously don't want to fight. I'm trying to see why Aircraft carrier. Why you saying I'm good? Virgil just waiting around trying to get an easy belt similar to Floyd Schofield. Floyd Schofield, them man, I can't even take them serious. Like y'all, they just bullshitting. Like y'all ain't trying to fight. Y'all not trying to fight. Y'all not trying to get better. Y'all not doing none of that. Y'all just trying to sit around and finesse belts and paydays. Virgil don't want to fight Boots. Aircraft carrier. I ain't been reading your comments. Let me see. He says, if not next, he not waiting. What do you mean he not waiting? You don't have to wait. Fight somebody else. So either I fight y'all, one of y'all, or I'm gonna run to a whole nother division. You can keep fighting people at 154 pounds. Why don't you fight for once they fight, then you become the mandatory and then you fight for the undisputed. It's ways for you to get these fights. You're just not doing it. Robert Garcia sitting here just assuming he's not even trying to petition or do none of that. Boots can be like, nah, Virgil and Fundora, y'all fighting. Then once y'all fight, I'll beat the winner out of both of y'all.
He looked good against Earl.
We would love that.
Yeah. How did you
Charlo, whichever one of those Charlos. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We can't wait. Look, we're just not gonna.
Okay, so who? Okay. Once again, I'm just pointing things out. I'm not saying I have a problem with it. But he wants to fight Charlos. He wants to fight Tim Tszyu. Which caliber opponent does it sound like that Virgil Ortiz is really trying to fight? Charlos, either Charlo, Tim Tszyu. Do y'all really think he's trying to fight Fedoras and Boots? This nigga keep mentioning Earl Spence's, Charlos, and Tim Tszyu. He's not trying to fight no Boots or no Fedoras. He's not trying to do that. He's trying to beat up. He's trying to fight the older fighters. And I'm not saying it's a problem with that. What I'm saying is let Virgil do whatever Virgil is going to do. We're not going to fall for the attach your name to Boots and then try to put it on him like it's his obligation, or he should be trying to do whatever he need to do to try to get a fight with you when he's already done that. And when he did that, you went to the court and got a restraining order. That's what happened. Those are facts. I don't care if Virgil really wanted to fight and it was his team and they tried. I don't care about none of that. The facts remain. Boots conceded to be in the B-side. He said he would shave his beard. He said he wouldn't wear colorful gloves. He said he wouldn't tie his shoes during the fight. All this other stupid shit y'all asked for. And when he agreed to all of that, you went and got a restraining order. Right? So, but for some reason, Boots is supposed to try to continue to pursue someone that went to the court on him. You went to the laws on me, bro. You got a restraining order. I can't fool nobody that's going, you know what I'm saying, go to the police. I can't fool nobody that's going to go get the restraint. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about? Y'all wouldn't recommend that. And I don't either. And he obviously, seriously, this interview is really showing that Virgil doesn't want the fight. Like, come on. You talking about you're not going to sit around and wait? That's a horrible excuse. Are you having trouble making the weight? Do you only got a fight or two left at 154? None of that is true. You sitting around here acting like you being blackballed. Nobody's falling for that. And ain't nobody blackballing you. How are you being blackballed when you just came off of litigation?
Before Rich not going to get that title shot for at least another year, and we're gonna wait. We're not gonna wait. We're not gonna wait. We move on even though they're.
What's going on, E.G. Honda?
Salute to you 2 cents. What's good with your salute panel? What's good, chat?
Chilling. What's up? What you got for the show? Your 2 cents.
Man, hold up, wait. Does Virgil have a mandatory at 154?
He has the interim belt, and I think he can petition for Fundora to be his mandatory for the WBC, I think.
But you know what? Okay, so I hope this is the play, because look like what they pushing for is Fundora and Boots. They've been pushing for that for the past week and so, the sanctioning body. But I hope that Fundora's Boots go ahead and happen, but so that the eventual can be the eventual can be Virgil against Boots. That's what I want to.
But if I was Boots, I wouldn't even fight Virgil for undisputed, because you didn't do shit but sit around and wait for me to collect all these belts. You was so trifling that you got a restraining order against me after you made me agree to some crazy demands, and then you think I'm gonna want to give you a shot at undisputed? Like, that's just me personally though. Maybe Boots would do it. I don't know what he would do, but me, I'd be like, no, bro, no.
I don't know. See how it go, because I mean, now I'm not gonna lie. Now, if Twin was back active and like even at the for Canelo, Jamel, I mean, if he was like would have kept active, that would, because he actually, it's video of him. I don't know if I sent it to you or Cam J, but Jamel called out Boots, I think, prior to the Canelo fight, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Jamel been calling out Boots. He trying to get to Boots. He want like a crazy payday though, from my understanding.
Yeah, I mean, he ain't fought since Canelo, so he definitely got that good payday with Canelo.
For sure. I don't really know what's up with them though. With the Charlos and Jamel. I don't know why Jamel not fighting, honestly. I feel like he should be able to get a fight. Like, he a name. Like, why he not getting no fights? I think it might be a little political, because it really don't make sense why he not getting no fights. He's still the guy at 147. Nobody beat him. You know what I'm saying? He had all his belts when he left.
Right.
What you think about the fight last night?
Oh no, Claressa did a thing. You know what I mean? I think it was even more impressive that she dropped from heavyweight, dropped 38 pounds. I mean, I think that was the most impressive thing than the fight itself, because everybody talking about, oh man, K Scott 42 and she only got 7 fights. I'm like, bro, Claressa had to just drop 38 pounds, damn near 40 pounds, dude. Like, what are you talking about? I mean,
that's what I was saying. That's dangerous in itself, no matter who you fight.
I mean, seriously, like, and for her to come and basically pitch a shutout, because K Scott ain't do nothing. I mean, so I'm surprised it went 6 rounds. Like, I was looking at the rounds. I was like, damn, it's 6. Because
they only honestly, 2 minutes.
Yeah. But like I thought, but being that it went by so fast, I thought it was like 3 or 4. But I mean, it actually went 6 rounds. I was like, okay.
Yeah, it was the crowd though, the energy, the atmosphere. It was. I think. See, and this is what I was going back and forth with people today. Like, I think they missed the moment of what actually happened because y'all like, oh, she 42. It was more about the event and the atmosphere that she was able to create that I think is the most important thing to get from last night, and understanding the fact that that was her crossover fight into superstar. It really was.
Yeah, I mean, she definitely got showmanship and like definitely can like sell out those mainstream arenas. But I mean, but I just looked at it from the standpoint of what she had to do. Like you have to drop that heat of weight in a certain time span, and then capture, the BC and the BA. I mean, I look at that more impressive than the fight itself. Like, yeah, she did put on a good performance, she did put on a good show, but that's that amount of weight in that time frame.
Yeah.
That's discipline.
And to do it healthy.
Correct. Because, like I said, the way in, she looked great. She looked lean. Even in the fight, she looked great. She looked lean. She looked quick, fast. Like, I mean, for me personally, I don't like how Claressa, she gets over aggressive and she get the swinging. Like, I mean, she get the swinging, man. Wow, man. I'd be like, God, come on, Claressa. Because like she go in her defensive shell for a second and then like pop those. But when she be throwing those wild overhand rights and not having that exact pull retraction on her punches, yeah. I'm like, it's anybody that can, like old girl that dropped her, Gabriel or whatever her name was. I mean, anybody with a sharp straight right can catch you with something. But she pitched the shutout nonetheless.
Yeah. I liked it. I enjoyed the card. I enjoyed the ratchetness. I enjoyed all of it. I enjoyed all of it. Like, I don't understand. And then my thing is, people was acting like it didn't have a real card. It had real fights on the card. The zone portion of it was a regular card. The Zeus portion of it was the ratchet shit, which that's their market.
Right.
You feel me? Like, matter of fact, if you think about it, she had a whole fight card on 2 different fucking networks.
Correct. Yeah. Aircraft. She's not a slugger. I'm saying she has those moments where if she feel like she
smothers her shots sometimes. She smothers her shots.
Yeah. I mean, you can overcommit on something and then get greedy. Like, I mean, just like stay poised and don't get like. I mean, she's never sloppy. I'm not calling her sloppy. I mean, she gets greedy.
Mad videos.
Let's see what Two-Tone hating about it.
Disgusted. Let's be clear, chat.
She's not
Claressa Shields looked horrible tonight. She was flat-footed. She was inaccurate. Her gas tank started to go. She had that funky dollar store knee brace on. She fought K. Scott, 42 years old, had a brain injury, 7 fights, national anthem trash. Lotto was uninspired. They were selling catfish plates. It was all kind of shit up in that motherfucker. Niggas trying to get 401ks popping in the lobby. Claressa Shields, in my opinion, I'm not impressed. For y'all to call her the GOAT, I'm not impressed at all. That was a horrible performance against a 42-year-old with a brain injury with 7 fights. And I'm not even knocking 42-year-olds, but that 42-year-old was a 2-pack of ass. K. Scott didn't even deserve to be in that ring. I'm not gassing it. Niggas lying on the ticket sales. It wasn't no 16,000, nigga. It wasn't no 16,000. You lying, nigga. Mad videos. The whole shit's a shit show.
Now, Two-Tone. I said Two-Tone. I said so. I'm sorry, 2 Cents. I said something about this last night. That national anthem, I don't know who that girl was. I mean, I heard Johnny Blaze doing Lift Every Voice, but that chick that sung national anthem, Hey, I was
I
over
didn't
there.
even hear the national anthem. I had put my shit on mute. I think I heard a little bit of it. I thought it sounded all right though.
Oh no, you gotta go back and listen to that again. 2 cents.
I ain't even pay attention. She sounded bad.
Because when I put in the chat,
I mean,
she was
okay,
good.
so they couldn't sing. That ain't the only event where they couldn't sing the national anthem.
I know, but I'm saying that was you could have. All right, so you could have got somebody. You could have got a celebrity to do that. You know what I'm saying? You could have got somebody like you could have got one of those Atlanta singers. Somebody, you know, you in Atlanta.
Come on, man. It happens. It happens.
If Lotto can walk you out, you could have got somebody decent to sing the national anthem. Come on, man.
I feel you.
Like, and then you got Johnny Blaze.
Man, Aircraft say she got booed.
No, I'm saying, I mean, you got Johnny Blaze singing "Lift Every Voice." I mean, you could have got a B celebrity to sing the national anthem. I'm like, seriously. I mean, especially when you the GWOAT. I mean, they would have came and did that for nothing.
I mean, it is what it is. She got it done. You know, Zeus probably got. You know what I'm saying? You don't know who put that shit together. You can't blame everything on Claressa now. God damn, she can't pick the singers.
I mean,
damn, you want the girl to put the event together too?
I mean,
to coordinate the event too? Damn, but she ain't got to coordinate. Them niggas ain't coordinating their own boxing events.
I know, I get it. I'm saying, but she has a say in the matter, though. I mean, because think about it. You in Atlanta, you headlining the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. You headlining Falcon Stadium, 16,000 plus, right? So build up from that would be that, the Barclays Arena, or even a T-Mobile Arena in Vegas.
Oh, somebody say that was a singer from Win Records.
Oh, okay. Bet. All right.
So that make a little bit more sense.
Right.
Now we know if Win Records and let Claressa sing, shit, ain't it, man? Because I don't know who told Claressa she could sing, but she cannot.
I mean, you got Pat writing her bars.
I mean, that's fine. She getting better though. She is getting better. Do y'all know how many rappers have writers?
A lot.
That's not a lot because Papoose is writing her bars. Like, see what I'm saying? People think I be defending her, but it's like some of the shit people trying to criticize her for don't even make sense. You know how many rappers have fucking writers?
Nah, Blaze.
In hip hop tradition, you're not supposed to get them to write your verses though.
Yeah, but that's not even real, Big Supreme. You know how many niggas don't write shit?
Hey, hold up.
Got writers.
Listen, man, the ones I look up to write their shit.
If
I found out like Jay-Z, Nas, or like Beanie Siegel, Jadakiss, like them kind of guys, Cool G Rap, Tupac.
Jay-Z definitely got writers.
I think he got people that write his hooks. I can see that.
I don't writers. Jay-Z.
Nobody write no boss of Jay-Z. I don't want to hear it.
How much you want to bet?
I'll bet you whatever.
Go read credits on the fucking albums. It'll tell you.
Yeah, but let's say, for example, me and you in the studio, right? And I say, oh, walking down the street, you know I could get a writer credit for that, right? I'm talking about actually writing your verses. Like, I don't see nobody. Jay-Z's been talking shit for so long, somebody would expose him by now. There's no way they're going to let Jay-Z just run around here acting nutty and nobody expose him. Literally everybody that we suspected of having a ghostwriter, a reference track came out, somebody came out and spoke about it. Like, I don't see nobody writing boss of Jay-Z. That's just me. Maybe I'm just a New York fan.
But Jay-Z definitely took a lot of lines from Biggie, though.
Yeah, but that's his man's, though. That's different. That's like if me and you cool and you pass away and I quote your song and my song, and we both from Brooklyn, that's not like I'm stealing from you. Like,
nigga, you better not ever steal my shit, nigga. I don't give a fuck how close we are.
Yeah, I know it's gonna get that energy, man.
Just
like listen, bro.
That's stealing, bro.
Said, man, I want to hear that shit.
Listen, y'all may be right, but I'm one to believe. Like, I feel like at some point all rappers use writers, right? It's like it's only very few of y'all that's just this talented when you just coming up with all this music. All y'all niggas ain't doing that.
No, I'm just talking about the verses. Like the hooks, the choruses, the bridges and stuff like that, the melodies. Like, I'm sure people come to Jay-Z with like, a song already, the beat, the hook. I'm sure, but for them to write his verses, I don't think so.
Nah, I'm
That's
gonna
just
tell
me.
you exactly what they do. First off, Jay-Z actually steals verses. No, nobody got to write shit. He steals already written verses from other niggas. Got a whole song. Slick, you know what I'm saying? Nigga got the whole song from Slick Rick, not just 1 bar, 2 bar. Nigga took the whole verse, along with Tupac and a whole lot of other niggas. But what the rest of them untalented niggas do, like DJ Khaled and Diddy and all of them, they steal songs from SoundCloud rappers and niggas who don't have their dots, their I's dotted and their T's crossed. They'll scour the lower realms and pull it and take a beat or a hook or a concept. I've seen plenty of these niggas, plenty of the lower, niggas that don't got deals or don't have financial backing, send these dudes ideas and then have their songs stolen. Like, and I got actual examples I could send you, Supreme. I'm saying I ain't trying to turn this into a hip hop conversation, but I'm just saying niggas be fake as fuck. It's a difference between entertainers and lyricists. The lyricists don't have nobody else helping they shit, know what I'm saying? But the entertainers who's on the mainstream, they all got help and assistance and be stealing ideas. Niggas is not original, know what I'm saying? Like whatsoever. They, the whole shit is everybody on snack, nigga. Even the rappers. That's all I'm gonna say. We're gonna sum it up like
works.
that.
Everybody feel how they want to feel about the lyrics. But anyway, so I mean, if Papoose is writing her lyrics, that shit's smart.
Yeah, I think Pap should write Claressa lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Because Pap is the more established rapper. Claressa's more of an
I don't
entertainer.
think he
And
should write her lyrics.
she's at the top of her domain where she's at with the boxing. If she want to cross
Nah,
over it,
he better not write nothing for her.
I don't take her as a lyricist, so I'm not offended by that. Cardi B don't write none of her
I'm
shit. She
disgusted.
got whole ass men writing that female shit, writing that slutty shit. You know what I'm saying?
But
Like,
it'd be his songs though.
But people, it'd be who songs?
It'd be his songs. You know what I mean? It charts. It makes the Billboard. It's about the money, bro. I'm just saying, Papoose being in the
Everything ain't
industry,
about the bread,
he
bro.
should
I'm just saying
he
that
should
he should
refer
help
her
his
to
lady
like.
out. If he's a known established writer, he should help his lady out, and she shouldn't be demonized for it anymore.
I don't think he should write her shit. I think he should refer to her to like a more veteran writer that could give her a hit. I don't think he should be writing nothing for her. Honestly.
If they want to hit, but maybe she just want to express herself musically. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that she shouldn't be disallowed to do so.
I don't think Papoose should write that shit. Man.
It is what it is. I ain't gonna fight for it. I ain't gonna fight for it.
You're gonna have her singing "Bucket Nigga." You want to hear her sing that? You want Claressa to sing
you
that,
don't
bro?
like Papoose, huh? You don't like Papoose, huh? Big Spring.
Nah, I fuck with Papoose, but like it's a long story. I don't want to get into the panel.
Oh shit! Here we
He's
go.
he's a running joke, basically.
And they say Papoose a bar master.
Nah, Papoose can really rap. I'm not done denying that. But
lyrical, but
he got a lot of L's. Like Fat Joe chased them, Uncle Murder. Like it's just a lot.
Fat Joe ain't do shit to that nigga, boy. That nigga snuff Fat Joe. What you talking about?
You out of your mind. You know what's crazy? A lot of people be playing around and they think Fat Joe's like fat. He be joking like Fat Joe really a gangster, bro. Like I highly doubt.
Good, but Papoose
listen,
really
I highly doubt
Papoose
Papoose. Listen. I highly doubt Papoose will punch Fat Joe and get away. I don't see that at all. I don't see that at all. I'm from the Bronx, bro, so I know what's going on, bro.
Well, I know Cuban Link don't like Joe, but Cuban Link always been 100.
Because Fat Joe got him cut in his face. That's why.
Yeah, well,
so he's still bitter to this day.
Saying that Pap was by himself when he confronted Joe over all of that shit.
And you think he put hands on Fat Joe?
Bro, I don't see why not. Fat Joe was no.
I know he didn't do it, but for a fact, I know he didn't do it.
Why would Fat Joe, bro? Like, why would he be intimidating? Like, he's Fat Joe. What the fuck we talking about?
You probably don't know Fat Joe outside the music industry, bro.
Nah, I know Fat Joe is a terrorist outside the music industry, but he ain't no athletic nigga. He ain't no nigga that can't get punched in his motherfucking face.
I doubt it, bro. I hear you. Everybody's not Sin Ironheart. Nobody's gonna throw a right hook and run through the crowd.
I'm not saying me, bro. I'm just saying the average nigga from New York, bro.
Papoose in particular. I know he didn't do that.
Okay.
So when you look at Floyd Mayweather,
gonna say that.
look amazing.
That boy got that snake skin collar shirt.
Got the snake skin.
They said
that's real snake skin.
Off, so I guess she took him off at the press conference. I guess that's why they.
Man, Papoose is the black Kevin Federline.
Hey, 2 cents. Can I ask you a question?
But you look at
what's up?
Is that python or anaconda skin?
Man, it look like anaconda skin. The African anaconda.
That boy
Yeah, I
got
think his
snakes.
name was on the back of it. They did look cute coming in, and they all red though. Like she put on the show. She did a good job. She did a good job.
Hey,
So
hold
now
up.
we're gonna see what the other women fighters do. They gotta up that.
Hey, but what's that Hawks Arena? Or what's that Falcons Arena? I'm tripping.
I think
So I know,
State
no, 'cause I
Farm
know-
Arena.
Okay, so that's Hawks. That's Hawks. Okay, yeah. Falcons played the Mercedes Benz. I thought it was. I thought it was the Mercedes Benz.
I don't know. Maybe they feel like Clarissa's marketable. But how you gonna market Papoose? Like honestly.
With Claressa.
Yeah, I guess that's his lane. The black Kevin Federline. He's talented. He can write a couple of hooks, but I don't.
Hey, you
Why
said
would
the
he be the black Kevin Federline? You know goddamn well New York niggas
You
don't
know he
have
the
one
black Kevin
source of income.
Federline, bro. Keep it 100. He snatched
Bro,
Remy
New
Rod, then he
York
snatched
niggas don't have
Clarissa.
one source of income,
That
bro.
boy
Like, I don't even
kicked
know why
it.
you doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, why we trying to play niggas like niggas don't be doing shit in
bro,
the
that's
background?
diabolical, bro. You can't.
Yo, Sin, I know you're not talking about why we trying to play
but
niggas. You just got on a panel and just gave us undisputed hate.
Well, what hate I give yet, bro? I ain't even start going in yet.
Which is crazy.
I'm just
This is
saying
just the
what's real about
beginning.
Jay-Z. This is real researchable facts about Jay-Z.
Nah,
Look
listen,
up, I'm
what
not
you
a
saying
writer.
about Jay-Z,
Look up,
I'm
I'm not a writer,
already
I'm a
privy
biter.
to, bro. But
What's that?
when you quote that, right? Most of the stuff that he was quoting was like Biggie, bro. Like that's his man's.
Bro, nah, bro.
A lot of
I don't
people
give
don't
a
know
fuck if
Big
you my
Daddy
mans or
Kane was
not,
listen. That's you, bro. Everybody's not you, brother.
Nah,
If my
bro.
man get killed and we
Bro,
was in the
I
studio
write too.
together, we was writing raps together, and we was hanging out together, and you die, I'm gonna interpolate your lyrics through my music, bro, and so your music can live forever, right? A lot of people don't know
lot
that
of
Big
niggas
Daddy
that died in
Kane.
rap. Who else done it?
That's
Supreme?
fine, but a lot of
There's a
people
lot of niggas
name
that died
someone
in
that
rap. Who else
died
done
that
it?
was a big rapper like Jay-Z, who also was equally
You
as good
can't
as
name
Big.
another nigga that stole. Bow Wow wrote his own shit. Nigga, you
Bow Wow
can't
didn't
name
write his
another
own
nigga that
shit, bro.
stole
That's what I mean
somebody's
about the
shit
hate,
that had a
bro.
dead
This is
homie or
crazy.
anything like that. Little
Bow Wow
Romeo
never
wrote
wrote
his
his own
own
shit,
shit.
bro. This is crazy, bro. Who says that?
I think
Little
LL Cool
Romeo
J
wrote
better than
their own
all of
shit.
them.
I ain't never
No,
heard
they
Lil
didn't, bro.
Romeo
Like,
quote Master
first of all,
P
Jay-Z don't
verses.
even write, bro.
What's
He
that?
don't even write.
All right, Supreme. As an artist, I'm saying as an artist, it don't matter what anybody in here is good at. As an artist, where do you, if you at the peak of your game, where do you stop painting your mural or painting your painting and be like, yo, let me go. I need Nas for this. I need a Biggie rhyme for this. I need somebody else's artistry to complete my artistry. That's an inferior artist, nigga. Don't nobody want to write down some thoughts that somebody else had when you were a real lyricist, nigga. If you heard somebody else say it, you stayed away from that.
I disagree. The reason why I say that, right? Because if you look at the song that you quote, right? I'm not a writer, I'm a biter, right? That's like 4 minutes and 30 seconds, bro. Jay-Z has over 20 albums, bro. So what are we talking
Hey,
about?
let's get back to boxing, yo.
What's that? Hold on, bro.
I mean, this is like we sparring, really, like, so it's like boxing, kind of.
Tupac never did this before. Biggie never took what's his name, Biggie never took a Jay-Z rhyme.
It's like we sparring. It's competitive, you know. Like maybe, you know, me and Sin do this.
Okay, like Dev and Tank. Okay, the alleged sparring.
We sparring.
The first
all I'm saying is Jay-Z has over 20 albums, bro.
Is the first ingredient to any form of competitiveness is originality. Plain and simple. You can't claim no competitive.
You don't think Jay-Z's original?
Competitive anything if you needed somebody else's superpowers or somebody else's wit to complete whatever picture you trying to paint. Jay is a fraud, bro. Jay's the first Terrence Crawford.
I don't think Jay-Z's a fraud at all, bro.
Jay is the first.
That's nasty work, bro.
Right, it's funny.
Nah, I don't know what's up with you, bro. I don't know how you don't like Jay-Z, bro. It's all good though.
I'm not really a Jay-Z fan.
Because I'm a lyricist too, bro. I mean, and I would never write nobody else's thought in my notebook.
Yeah, but you're not using context, bro.
Too light for that.
Nah, you're not using context, bro. Because
for their thought to make it in my
for me to be in a studio with another
genre.
rapper who happened to pass away that I consider a close friend, and then I interpolate 1 or 2 lyrics within the song, you making it seem like the nigga took his whole verse, bro. That's
He did take his whole verse, bro.
No, he didn't, bro. You lying. You lying, bro.
Took
like
an entire song from his enemy.
What song did he take from him?
That concept came from his enemy, a nigga that didn't fuck
That's
with him
Tupac.
at all. Yeah, that's another nigga that didn't fuck with him whose shit he took.
That's like Eminem making a song with Elton John, bro. Like sometimes you do things for political reasons, bro.
I agree with no evidence. Jay-Z is overrated.
I don't think Jay-Z's overrated,
Criminally
but
overrated.
I get people's opinion on that. A nigga like him would say Jay-Z overrated and favorite rappers like Boozy or something like that. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, what the fuck? What you mean? What's wrong with Boozy?
Boozy ain't no lyricist?
LL Cool
Why you
J
gotta
is
be a
the-
lyricist?
You say why you gotta be a
Separate the
lyricist?
rappers from the lyricists.
Yeah, why you gotta be a lyricist?
A lyricist has
He
to
ain't
be
no
a
good rapper like that.
He is a
Keep
good
it on
rapper.
it.
you think of a
Boozy's
Nas
known for
verse?
being gangster. Like he's not known for no. Give me some classic Boozy verses.
What is you talking about? Boosie is
That's a
definitely
different
known for his
standard, bro.
music, bro.
Boozy ain't.
All right, so
Boozy's not a lyricist.
what music? What song?
Pull up at the club, VIP, gas tank on E, but I'll drink on me.
Man,
Wipe
that's
it
a
out.
club song.
Yeah.
That's a club song.
This is
2
stupid.
cents. You can't do that.
Nah. Boozy is
Pussy
a
niggas
regional
wanna
voice.
hit me
with the heat. I like that song though.
Hey, 2 cents got
Boozy is
set
a
it off
regional
on
voice. He
replay.
does not represent hip hop. He represents a region of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Nah, I like
as far as,
Boozy, but I'm just saying, like,
Louisiana, whatever.
No shot to
what's that?
Boozy, man. That 2 cents ain't like that. She said, "What the
Yeah,
hell?"
don't
That's
play
funny though.
She said, "Boozy." Nah, I like Boozy. No smoke. Almost got
Wipe
kicked
it
off the
out.
panel. Now I like that
This is
song though.
funny.
But I feel like this other rappers that's better than Boozy, but they
I
don't
really
get the
don't like
credit
those
for it.
In the
rappers,
golden
though. I'm
age,
biased.
in the golden age, when Jay-Z,
You don't like no
when all
New
his,
York
the only
rappers?
reason why Jay-Z got the crown
Nah,
he
not
got right
really.
now, because he survived all the niggas that was better than him. When Master P, the Rough Riders, and a motherfucking Wu-Tang Clan, and all those niggas was out, Terror Squad, Jay-Z was a motherfucking nobody. It wasn't until the
That's
Dynasty got
false, bro.
involved.
Like
It
you
wasn't
gotta
until
hate
the
within
Dynasty
reason,
got
bro.
involved and Philadelphia came in the picture that the fellas was bought the Rockefeller. Nobody wanted to be Jay-Z when he was out there in the golden age, and everybody else was doing
That's
their thing.
false,
Nobody
bro.
gave a fuck
I
about
ain't gonna lie.
Rockefeller.
Sen, bro. I'm a real hip hop fan, bro. Like you misrepresenting a lot of facts, bro.
Bro,
You know what's crazy,
I
2
grew
cents?
up
If
in
I say that I
era.
don't like
Niggas
any
tell
Southern
me I'm
rappers like
lying
that,
who grew up in that era.
people will have a
I
hard
grew
time.
up in that era.
Yeah, no, you can't
When
do that.
Bone
We
Thug,
can't talk
nigga,
about
Bone
them
Thugs was
Southern
bigger than
rappers.
Jay-Z.
I can't talk about Southern rappers. Like I don't know
Bone
what's up
Thugs
with the
was
New
bigger
York
than
versus
Jay-Z,
Southern thing. I
bro.
don't know. You said what?
At
What
the
you said,
time
Sen?
when niggas came out, Bone wasn't bigger than Jay. We ain't know a word, but Bone
At
was bigger
94,
than Jay,
yeah, of
bro.
course. At 94, 90, yeah, they was a more established artist. Yeah, but
Wu-Tang
like
wasn't bigger than Rockefeller?
no.
What?
At its peak?
Oh my goodness. No, we're not gonna do
At
that.
its peak, no.
Rough
Are you
Riders
talking
wasn't
about
bigger than Rockefeller,
time
bro?
frame or at both of them at their peak?
Rough Riders definitely was bigger than Rockefeller.
Who?
No,
Like,
Rockefeller
bro,
had to
them
be
niggas
bigger at
sold.
their peak. No, Rockefeller
Name the
definitely was
project
bigger
that
at their
Jay-Z
peak.
sold that outsold Wu-Tang forever.
We're talking about you saying Rockefeller the label,
Hey, though,
You said
that
Rough
or you talking
Jay-Z.
about the movement? Like what are we
I'm
talking about?
before Rockefeller, before the fellas came to Rockefeller, before Beanie Siegel got there and all them niggas, who was going out to buy Jay-Z albums? Where was Jay-Z selling out
Yo,
at?
Jay-Z went 5 times platinum before I ever heard of Beanie Siegel, bro. Hard Knock Life '98, that went 5 times platinum, bro.
All right, hold on, y'all.
Life
Hold
98.
on,
Hard Knock
because
Life,
we gotta take into context. Jay-Z was at the Diddy parties.
He probably was. He probably was.
So
I'm not going to deny that.
all that platinum stuff, that shit kind of, you know what I'm saying?
No Limit had a bigger run. Yes, Master P had a bigger run than motherfucking than Rockefeller and Jay-Z.
No, I
The
disagree,
Rockefeller-
bro. That's false.
Say Master P had his whole label. He had a label of 26 niggas, and all the niggas dropped albums in the same year.
Listen, man.
Everybody.
And where was they at in
And he was doing
2001?
it for like 4 or 5 years straight.
Where was he at in 2001?
Fuck 2001. Where was Jay-Z at in the 90s all the way up? That's when Jay-Z came out. Jay-Z
Bro,
didn't
Jay-Z
get big
went
until the
5
nigga
times
took-
platinum in
until the nigga fucked up
1998,
Def
bro.
Jam.
What are you talking about?
What's that?
Listen, you know what I think it is? You probably don't like Jay-Z, but like you're not representing the facts, bro. Like I'm cool with the head, like, but you gotta give me facts, bro. 98,
Bro,
Jay-Z goes 5
and
times platinum.
98,
99,
Rockefeller was bigger than
listen,
Rough
hold
Riders.
on, bro. 98,
I'm at-
he goes 5 times platinum. 99, 3 times platinum. 2000, 3 times platinum. 2001, Blueprint, 3 times platinum. Like, so at what point was he not selling records, bro?
What was so what was those songs that you talking about that he went platinum
you gotta
on
understand,
those?
like,
Bro,
what
we
CD?
could give. I don't gotta name the songs. I could, but like you said, you deal with facts, right? I'm giving you the
I can
facts.
name the songs and albums that made Jay-Z pale in comparison. Like, bro, the Rough Riders movement was bigger than everything Rockefeller.
No, that's false, bro. DMX was a bigger. You can say at one
Rough
point he was a
Riders
big artist.
Volume 1,
wasn't bigger
No,
than the
listen,
CD that
bro.
Jay-Z dropped.
When you say
Jay-Z had to
Rockefeller,
do
you add in
backstage
different
with DJ
components,
Cool.
bro.
My
Nah,
fault,
bro.
bro.
So you gotta add different
All right,
components,
hold
bro.
on, y'all. We're gonna have to finish this. I was just about to say that. Seeing you stole that right
We
out
gonna
of
have
my
to have a
mouth.
two
I was
cents
just
after
about to say
dark
we're gonna
talk.
have to finish
We
this
gonna
on
get
2
into
Cents
this
After
Jay-Z
Dark.
hype. Jay-Z is the first
Hey,
Terrence
we could
Crawford,
do the
nigga.
debate.
All
Y'all
right,
want the
listen. This
debate?
is what we're gonna do,
Y'all
right?
trying
Shit.
to do the debate?
Yo, you pick
Y'all trying to
a
do the
rapper,
debate?
and then I'm gonna use Jay-Z. We can debate. Like you pick who you want to pick. Who you
Debate
gonna
about
debate
what?
against me with Jay-Z, bro? It don't matter. You said
And
Fat
what
Joe.
facet of rap? I
You
just
said something about Fat Joe. I
compare
don't know. You
Jay-Z
got
to
like some
DMX.
kind of like.
We compare Jay-Z to DMX, another nigga from his region that Jay-Z could not perform behind. The niggas even said this behind, like, this
Yeah,
is
but
proof.
I'm
X
talking
was
about
bigger than Jay,
performing versus
bro.
rapping. That's two different things, bro. Tupac was an
I'm
excellent
talking
performer.
about captivating your fans, having an organic fan base. Jay-Z did not have Jay-Z fans back then. DMX had
That's
DMX
false,
fans,
bro.
including.
You know why it's
Oh my
false? Because DMX, for being as excellent as he was, Jay-Z was the closing the show every night.
Dame
So what are we
Dash
talking
said,
about?
"Hey, Dame Dash said when they was first coming on, they literally stole ideas. He said they was trying to find a fit for Jay because Jay-Z didn't
When's
have
the
no
last time Dame
impact."
Dash spoke to Jay-Z, bro? We in 2026.
Dame Dash
You
was the
gonna use
brain
that nigga
behind
opinion, and
Jay-Z.
he does interview every day just hating on Jay-Z.
No, but this was way before all of this shit started. This was way before the beef with Jay
I
and them
think he's a
started.
little.
He
I
said that
think
they
he's a
was
little
trying to
bitter, bro.
steal it. He said that they was
All
trying to
right,
find
y'all.
an
This is
image
what we
for
gonna do.
Jay.
Not to cut y'all off, but I gotta hop off.
My fault, too,
we
Saint.
gonna hey pull it
It's
up.
all
We
right.
can run it back.
Next time
2
I'm
Cents
gonna
After
bring up
Dark.
Boozy
We can
first.
run it back. We're gonna pull the clock out. We're gonna let y'all have at it.
Listen, I'm gonna
Y'all make
debate
sure y'all join me.
Usain and whoever else want to debate.
I'm a real
And you
hip
can get
hop
it too, 2
historian,
Cents.
bro.
I see you over there.
I'm gonna kill all the illusions.
You did a lot of
I'm
sick
gonna kill
comments
the
over there.
illusions, bro.
I gotta represent for the Bronx, man.
No,
I'm not
listen, I'm
feeling that.
biased. I'm biased. I don't really listen to rappers from up north. I'm biased, so
I mean,
I know
I don't
rappers
really
from
listen
your
to down
region
south
too,
rappers.
too.
I'm
Saint.
lying.
I'm
I
a
listen to
real
Future and stuff like that.
music historian. I'm a connoisseur. You know what I'm saying? I got a little,
I'm gonna smoke
my
you, bro.
pinky dipping in every bag in this motherfucker. You know
Watch,
what
you
I'm
gonna
saying?
see. I got shot
y'all
for you.
come back. Y'all be here Tuesday night for hopefully they show up and we can get a debate
I
going this
showed
time. I
up
think
last time.
I
y'all
work
supposed to
4:30
debate.
I work 4:30
Your
in the morning
man
now, so
pulled
that's
a
why
virtual
I be
Ortiz with the
missing all the 2 cents
rhabdomyolysis,
after
man.
dark.
Like you got out there, man. You got
I
sick.
work
You
4:30
ain't
in
make
the
that.
morning. It'd be
You
rough
ain't
trying
make
to
it.
catch a 2 cent after dark.
You made
All right,
weight
well,
this time.
But we could set it for a Friday or something. We got to set another day for my
okay,
work
we could
schedule.
do it. All right, well we'll do it Friday. Just whenever y'all two here, we'll pull y'all up and run the clock.
For sure, for sure.
All right, but shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for joining me. Shout out to Big Supreme. Shout out to Saint Ironheart for joining me on the Sunday Review Show. I went a little over today. But y'all join me again Tuesday. It's 2 Cents After Dark. Check out my videos throughout the week. Shout out to Claressa T-Rex Shields. I really enjoyed the moment that she was able to create this weekend, especially me as a Shields fan, me as a boxing fan, me as a women's boxing fan. It just was great. It was good to watch. It's good to be a part of the history, to see it all unfolding. And whether you like her or not, that's on you. Whether you think she this or that, listen, everybody's entitled. Definitely everybody's entitled to their own opinion. So y'all be sure to join me Tuesday for 2 Cents After Dark. Be sure to support the channel by hitting the $ 2 Cents Boxing. And listen, if you don't want your host all in the videos, timing you out, muting you, putting you in the background, muting you when you're trying to talk, kicking you off the panel, come on over to 2 Cents Boxing. We talk everything boxing, and everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Shakur Stevenson out here moving like he got the keys to the whole sport. Talking about he'll run through Tank, run through whoever, keep his belt, unify, do it all. Because look who he's with now. Bro, he can't do none of that right now. None of it. And today I'm going to show you why. With his own promoter's business moves, a fighter who already got made an example of in 4K, and a war going on behind the scenes that nobody at Zuffa wants y'all paying attention to. Let's get into it. What's good, everybody? I'm Jake, and this is our 2 cents, where we talk everything boxing, and everybody's entitled to their own opinion. And y'all know the rules. As I go through the video, what am I saying that's not a fact? Let me know and drop it below your 2 cents. Here we go. So let's start with today, because this is why everybody's confused. Garcia Ben just got announced like a couple hours ago. September 12th, T-Mobile, and on the poster, Golden Boy logo and Zuffa logo side by side. And the second that dropped, the whole boxing internet went, see? Cross promotion is here. The walls came down. Shakur can fight anybody now. Whoa. Slow down. Slow all the way down. Let me tell you what actually happened to make this fight, because the story behind this poster proves the exact opposite. Golden Boy sent Zuffa a cease and desist, a legal letter, y'all. Lawyers accusing Zuffa of, fancy word incoming, torturous interference. In English, Zuffa tried to go around Golden Boy to get to Ryan, and Golden Boy caught him and checked him in court language. And it wasn't even just them. The Zone sent their own cease and desist days before that. 2 legal letters. Why could they do it? Because even though Ryan's exclusive deal ended, Golden Boy kept a co-promotional option on him by contract. By contract, y'all. Zuffa cannot make a Ryan Garcia fight without Oscar's blessing. Period. And don't take my word for it. Oscar said it out his own mouth. And I quote, "You can't just make fights without Golden Boy in the zone." The man even said nobody was asking for this fight. Said he wanted the Haney rematch. Said the only reason it's been is because Turkey owns a piece of Zuffa and wanted to feed his own company. That's Oscar talking, not me. So run that back. Dana didn't open no door. Dana got legally handcuffed by a contract he couldn't get around, and Saudi money dragged everybody to the table. That's not a bridge to cross promotion, y'all. That's the one crack in the wall, and it took 2 law firms and a checkbook to make the crack. Remember that, because it matters for everything I'm about to say. Now, here's the center of this whole video, and it's the part everybody keep getting wrong on these YouTube streets. People keep talking like Zuffa's going to eventually work it out, and the sanctioning bodies, like there's some big meeting coming where the WBC, the WBA, and the IBF and the WBO all shake hands with Dana, and we live happily ever after. Y'all, Dana White is not trying to fix his sanctioning body problem. Dana White is trying to put the sanctioning bodies out of business. That's not a conspiracy theory. That's the reported business plan. We talked about it on Ladies Night. We pulled up the paperwork. We looked up the director's meeting minutes. We read the whole 2030 plan. We went over it all on Ladies Night. Y'all got to make sure y'all on Ladies Night. That's where we had a paperwork parties, because we come with facts over here. When Zuffa launched, ESPN said it plain. They eschewed the sanctioning bodies and set out to declare their own champions. Think about what the UFC is, bro. One company, one belt per division, one ranking system, no alphabet soup, no sanctioning fees, no mandatories. The promotion is the league, and the league is the sport, and everything runs through one office. That's what this man built for 30 years, and that's what he came to boxing to build again. So every time you hear Zuffa gonna figure it out with the WBC eventually, nah. You don't figure it out with somebody you're trying to bury. There's no truce coming, y'all. This is a war, and wars don't end in handshakes. War ends when somebody loses. Real quick, punch that like and subscribe button so you don't miss another video. Let me know and drop it below your 2 cents as I go. And if you want to support the channel, hit the Cash App at $ 2 cents boxing, or hit the heart with the $ and leave a special thanks below. Let me know you're enjoying the content. Now let's get back to it, because I got a body to show you. And if you think I'm exaggerating about this war, let me show you the body they already left on the battlefield. This ain't a hypothetical, y'all. This already happened to Zuffa's own fighter, Ja Opataya. At the time, Zuffa's flagship signing, real world champion, IBF cruiserweight belt, undefeated, and the man tried to do the reasonable thing, defend his belt and fight for the Zuffa's new belt. 2 belts, one night. Sounds harmless, right? The IBF said absolutely not. Zuffa's belt don't count in their world. It's not a world title in their eyes. And when the dust settled, they stripped him. Took a real world championship off an undefeated fighter, Zuffa's own marquee guy, made an example of in public. And I made a whole video when Ja was out here after that still talking about unification. Unifying what, Ja? Check the catalog. I got the receipt on that one. And one more thing, because this one's crazy. Zuffa doesn't even have the legal clearance to run championships the way Dana wants yet. There's a whole amendment in the Ali Act, a literal bill in Congress that got to pass the House, pass the Senate, and get signed before Zuffa can legally be its own judge and jury. And there's real opposition. Roy Jones is against it. De La Hoya is against it. Muhammad Ali's own grandson is out here talking to senators against it. So that Zuffa belt Shakur is supposedly going to be defending right now, legally, that's closer to a trophy than a world title, y'all. I said what I said. Shakur Stevenson is going to be over at Zuffa fighting for trophies. So now let's bring it all the way back to Shakur, because this is where I got to call it what it is. When Shakur's out here talking like he's going to fight Tank, Tank is on PBC, bro. Tank is on the continent, the other side of the war. When he's naming whoever else, them men are signed to the other side. And Shakur just moved on the island. The island whose whole business model is we don't work with them. And the one time it happened, the fight that announced today, it took a cease and desist, a DAZN cease and desist, a contractual option, and Turkey's checkbook to force it. Shakur dream opponents don't have those weapons. There's no contract forcing Dana to loan Shakur out to nobody. And when he talks like he's keeping belts and unifying, my brother, ask Jao Bataya how that goes. You signed to the company that got a man stripped for trying it. Now, I'm going to keep it fair because that's what we do around here. There is another read on today. ESPN's take is that Garcia Ben signals Zuffa will let their fighters challenge for other world titles. Maybe today was the first domino, not the exception. That's a real argument, and I'm giving it to you. But here's why I ain't buying it yet. One fight that took 2 law firms to make is not an open door. It's a hostage exchange. Call me when a Zuffa fight gets made without the lawyers. So with Shakur, it's one of 2 things. Either the man genuinely don't understand what his own promotion is doing, and I do not believe that. Shakur is smart. Or he knows exactly what he's doing, and he's selling y'all fights he knows he can't currently make. Because hype is free, y'all. Hype is free, and clarity is expensive. And Dana's silence is the loudest part of all of this. He's not correcting nobody. He's not doing interviews saying, well, actually, cross-promotion ain't really open. Why would he? Every fan who believes Shakur Tank is one signature away is a fan buying into Zuffa. The confusion is the marketing, y'all. The confusion is the marketing. Dana's letting the misunderstanding cook because the misunderstanding sells. So here's my 2 cents. On record, dated, clip it. Y'all know the drill. There is no truce coming. Dana doesn't want the sanctioning bodies fixed. The whole model is built on replacing them. So my verdict, by the time Shakur fights again under Zuffa, none of this will be resolved. No Tank, no PBC crossover, no real unifications, and it stays that way for a minute. Years maybe, because Zuffa's whole plan needs the old system to die, not to cooperate with Shakur's wish list. Every cross-promotional dream fight coming out of that camp between now and then, marketing. Hold this video up every time one gets teased. I'll be right here. And look, I'm not even hating on Dana's plan. If the man actually pulls it off, 1 belt, best fight the best, no alphabet politics, that might genuinely be good for boxing 10 years from now, which I doubt, because how great did it work out for the UFC with all those lawsuits that Dana ended up having? But that's a whole nother video, and I might make it. But what I'm not going to do is sit here while y'all get sold to fantasy season of matchups that legally, contractually cannot happen right now. Y'all deserve the real. That's why we're here. So 2 centers, let me know and drop it below your 2 cents. Is Shakur misleading the fans, or do y'all really think the walls came down today? And Shakur, if you see this, my guy, read your own promoters' press releases. I read every single comment. Like the video if you found value in it. Subscribe if you're new. Follow me on X at 2cents20. We growing over here, and I'm posting a lot more. And on IG at 2 Cents Boxing. Support the channel by hitting the Cash App at $ 2 Cents Boxing, or hitting the heart with the $, leaving the special thanks below, letting me know you're enjoying the content. I'm Jay, and stay tuned for my 2 cents in the next video.